365 cut. These are the meaningless ramblings of a Scottish redone whore and a pissy ex-video store clerk. Their ongoing mission is to set right the movie wrongs. They're gonna need a bigger podcast.
Hello everybody and welcome to episode 104 of the 365 Licks podcast. We're back.
What was that noise?
It's a regular schmegular.
Yeah.
We haven't done a regular schmegular. I know we say this all the time, but
No, this time we actually mean it.
like I was literally looking at the feed today, and it's like Road to Infinity Wars, Road to Infinity Wars,
Yeah.
Road to Infinity Wars, Road to Infinity Wars, Road to Infinity Wars, Indie Talk, Road to Infinity Wars, Road to Infinity Wars. Regular schmegular is like a good 12 back.
About 5 weeks ago, isn't it?
Remember when that seemed like a really good idea?
Yeah, it's still good. It's still good. We're on the home stretch now.
It is still good.
And, you know, the other shows were always going to take a bit of a hit because it's pretty time-consuming.
It is pretty time consuming.
Be fine.
So time consuming that the next one I just haven't watched yet. But we'll get there. We'll
Be
get
fine.
there. I'm sure I'll
Be
watch
fine.
it at some point. I watched it a long time ago. Yeah. But
Be alright,
anyway.
man. Be alright.
Anyway, I am Kevin, the pissy ex video store clerk, and the man next to me is...
I am the 2017 Floppy Award-winning Brett of the Year, the reigning, defending 365 Flicks champion and Scottish Weed and Horror, Chris.
Scottish Weed and Rem Boy.
Scottish Weed and Rent Boy,
Yeah.
I apologise. I've got more names than Khaleesi now.
You have a little bit. You have a little bit.
Well.
How are you the reigning defending champion? Because you refuse to give it up?
Because they didn't beat me?
Well, you kind of have been beaten
Well, no, I haven't.
once or twice.
Well, no, I haven't.
I mean, I'm sure we did predictions on the last WWE event, and you sneakily didn't even mention the results to that.
No, it's on the road to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So it's a cumulative thing up until WrestleMania.
What, the predictions?
Yeah.
Oh, right, so
all in
that's how it works now.
Well, I fucking said that on the group chat, you prick.
So it works that way when you want it to work that way.
I said that from Elimination Chamber up until WrestleMania,
Yeah.
all the points would count together.
Oh, yeah?
Because you're only getting like in 5 matches. I just
Yeah.
spent 5 matches in a pay-per-view. And
Yeah.
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 And everybody was saying the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
So the reason I
let you off on
retained
that.
was three of them got the exact same points, and I was 1 point behind them, and I'm not giving up my title for that. They've got to take it from me.
Yeah, bitches, come over to the UK and take that damn title off him, because that's his title.
Aye,
Yeah.
motherfuck.
Something you haven't actually defended for a long time.
Well, I defended it at Royal Rumble.
Did you?
I defended it at Survivor Series.
Did you?
I defended it at SummerSlam, and I won it at WrestleMania, I believe.
What, last year?
Yes.
Wow.
So I am.
We really are lackadaisical on the
Well,
365
no.
belt.
Again, we said that I would defend the title on the Big Four.
Okay.
Don't question me. So in that way, I am the Brock Lesnar of the podcasting world.
Well, let's be honest. You're always been the Brock Lesnar of this podcast. By that, I mean part-time.
Ow. Ow.
I'm the Roman Reigns of this podcast. I'm here week in, week out, busting my hump, and you just don't even want to turn
And
up.
also nobody really likes you.
Oh, no. That is not very nice.
You started it.
You're not wrong, though.
You
You're
started
not
it.
wrong. Most of the people do turn around and say, we don't want him. We don't want him. We want the Scottish guy.
Well, I am going on Hobie to talk about WrestleMania.
So, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I was convinced by the way you were talking to me the other week that I had an invite as well, but clearly just not the case.
Well, it kind of...
I mean,
Brugger asked me if I wanted to do it. And I said, well, I say to Kev, and he sent me one of those gifts with the meh on it.
wow. Wow. So if anybody out there is looking for a new podcasting host or, guest host or whatever, just give me a shout.
I'm only joking.
because
I'm only pulling your pisser.
I'm not good enough for Hobie, apparently, and fuck me. Yeah. Scab Jeff's good enough for that show.
Because I'm the Brit of the Year.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Have their title holders on the show.
So what do we have coming up tonight, Chris?
Well, other than the abuse of the last few minutes, Yeah, so we have our usual news. I didn't go right the way back.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It has been a while.
Been a while.
And we're both sober tonight, so this is probably going to suck balls.
Yeah, that's some news for you.
Well, it's raining and pissy and everything. I was going to have a couple of beers, but it's a horrible day, so I'm not walking home in that.
Plus, I'm off the drink because I'm like doing a bit diety stuff, which is not good.
Yeah.
It's not great. I'm not at this stage where I'm eating cabbages or lettuces like rabbits and stuff. I'm eating decent food, but I'm not enjoying this. No.
Are you supposed to enjoy a diet?
My face feels like my eyeballs have like sunken into my head because I'm just like, I want some proper food, and I'm not getting proper food. To be fair, Lindsay is mixing up the food. She's doing well. She's like keeping it real. Like, for the last 3 or 4 days at work, I have had tuna pasta each day. So that's not getting repetitive or boring at all.
No, not.
I love me some tuna pasta. I just don't really like tuna or pasta, but I'm enjoying my lunches, to be honest. But yeah, it seems to be working, so that's all good.
I bet your co-workers are happy with the smell.
I lost 5 pounds last week.
Well, damn.
Not money pounds, like actual fat pounds off my belly. Although you can't tell, but I lost 5 pounds last week, and I did a midweek weigh-in this morning, and so far I've lost another 4.
Well, shit.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, how many pounds is in a stone?
You're looking at me. I'm going to know that.
Okay, well, I think I could lose a stone by the end of the week. Sounds doable.
Go for it.
That's my goal. That's my goal.
Mm-hmm.
Although it is Scarlett's 7th birthday tomorrow, so there will be a massive big devil's food cake on the go, and I will be munching the fuck out of that. Nom, nom, nom. So what do we got coming up?
Yeah. So, news.
Regular news, yeah.
And we've not got our Just the Pilot to talk about because we both forgot.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Anyway.
I actually forgot what the show was, so.
We are going to be talking Tremors.
Yay!
Yeah. And what we'll be watching. And we're also going to be talking top 5 trailers that were better than the actual movie.
Easy list.
It was an easy list.
Pretty easy list.
Yeah. Well, you did ask for an easy one.
I did ask for an easy one, and this one was, although it was like so easy, for once in a long time, for the first time in a long time, I have more than 5.
Well, shit. So have I.
And I can't believe that. I was like, oh my god, I've got more than 5.
I'm just going to pick ones randomly.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to do, because all mine are like terrible movies, but great films.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not necessarily. But before we do that, we've got some business. You've got a little bit of business. I've got a little bit of business, and then we'll get into the news. So you go with your business first.
I've got business.
Yeah, man. Pimp out our shit.
Oh, right.
Pimpage.
I'm out of practice with this now.
Go for it.
Okay, so look for the 365 Flicks podcast on the Facebooks and the Twitters. If you search for us, you will find us. Don't forget to subscribe and follow and like and share and all of those things. Tell a friend. You can look for us.
Tell a friend. Wow, you're adding stuff in.
Yeah.
So like you're flying by the seat of your pants. You've not done it for a while. And you're like, tell a friend. I'm just going to slip that in there and hope nobody noticed.
It's okay. I'm not going to do the Blake thing that gets funnier every fucking single time he does it.
What's that? And then apologise.
Apologise.
That's a fake laugh.
It's real. Look for us on the iTunes. And don't forget to... You like that one?
Put a Blake.
Don't forget to subscribe to us and leave us a cheeky 5-star review. We enjoy that when that happens. And we might even, maybe at some point in the near years, remember to read out some reviews for you. You can also find us on any other third-party podcasting app. And you can follow us on the Spotify. You still laughing at that? Where was that to? Tangent Power Network. We are on the Wicked Radio Network. We are on Weeby Geeks, the awesome nerdly.co.uk, our British home.
Yay.
We are on Geeks Worldwide, and don't forget to look for us on the Twitters, hashtag Podderfamily and hashtag BritPodScene. I'm done.
You are done. You are. BritPodScene. Yeah, I got it thingied up on my Facebook today. A new podcast that has joined the BritPodScene, an EastEnders podcast.
Yahoo!
So guess what? I can keep up with my EastEnders and I don't have to watch it.
Do you want to keep up with your EastEnders?
It would be nice to keep up with EastEnders.
Would it?
No.
No.
I was just trying to pimp out a podcast. They're on there, on Tangent Bound and all that. You can find the Dallas Action podcast. We love Dallas Action with Doug. You can also find Hobie. We've mentioned them a couple of times already tonight. We'll not be mentioning them again. All sorts of amazing podcasts. The Jock and Nerd, the Snake Oil Comics, the Dear Diary unofficial podcast, Dear Diary podcast with Joe, Dan, and Rich. You know what, man? I went on a Dear Diary binge.
Did you?
Yeah. I hadn't listened to it for a while because I've been crazy at work. So I hadn't listened to it for a wee while, and I went on an absolute binge, and I listened to like 4 or 5 episodes, and I fucking love that podcast. I think they are they're better than Hobie, but not better than us, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
I mean, being better than Hobie's not saying much, is it?
Not really. There's a fair gap there.
That is a fucking gargantuan gap.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dear Diary podcast, I absolutely love listening to them, and I'm going to keep pimping them out, because Joe actually added us to their website. You go to the Dear Diary podcast website, and there's a little tab that says Friends, and you click in the Friends, and there's like a 365 Flicks banner. You press it, and it goes to our website.
Oh, bless them.
Yeah, so we are friends of their show.
Yeah.
I was going to do the same thing on our page for them, but I don't know, something else happened.
Something shiny.
Yeah. Blue light flickered, and I was like, oh, what's that? And then I forgot. Mm-hmm. That's just me, though.
That's how it goes.
But yeah, you got to listen to them. I'm going to try and have to figure out a way that we can go on that show. Because...
Well, we're supposed to be going on to talk about Last Jedi, but they ditched us. So.
Well, the thing about that was that...
For a fucking Canadian, of all things.
Well, yeah, you didn't want to be on that show, though, because Rich and Mr. Brundage just, they were just licking each other's balls all over the place.
Oh.
It was like they were just serving each other, glory shots all night, and it was like, ooh. It was like, hey, buddy, come over here while I give you a kiss, buddy. I couldn't think of anything else. That's all I had. Okay. So yeah, hey buddy, that's like the best Canadian I've ever done. So yeah, yes, we are going to be moving into the news, but something that I did on the last Indie Talk was that we were pimping out some of the stuff that people have on the go right now. However, I missed out a few things, so tonight I've actually written some down. These are just some projects that we want you to have a look at, things that we have been talking about for the last year or two. And you know what? Just have a look, support some indie film, and that's where it's at. So we're going to start with the big man Tom himself, big man Tom Payton, because we are going to be going to MCM in May, and he's going to be there.
We bloody well are.
So hopefully we're going to be meeting him. We'll talk about that in a quick hot minute. But Tom Payton, Redwood DVD comes out later in the month, which we both have pre-ordered. Get yours pre-ordered anywhere you can, Zavi, Amazon, all those different places. It's an awesome movie. Get it watched. Mike and Tatiana, who are the male and female lead of the movie, are up for National Film Awards at the end of the month as well. There is
awesome.
Still time to vote. You can get on that page, because the great thing about these awards is that the public can vote for them. So help us out, help the guys out, help the movie out. Get yourself on that page, National Film Awards, and vote for Mike Beckingham in the male lead, and Tatiana Nardone in the female lead. Yeah, female lead. Female. Yeah, in the female lead, and the film Redwood itself in the best thriller, which is fucking awesome. When you look at the people on show in these categories, Mike must be for having kittens. You know what I mean? He must just think this is like the best thing ever. And of course, he's been posting up little videos on his Facebook.
Yeah, that big bastard hotel room.
Yeah,
nice.
that's a canny hotel room. You know what I did like though? And I did think to myself, oh bless, you know, because he's an awesome lad. We've spoken to him a few times. He is like top bloke. But how excited was he at the fact that the lights in the shower room kept changing colours? I mean, I don't know. Is that something to be getting excited about?
I would get excited about that.
I couldn't figure out if he was just doing a mock-up of MTV Cribs back in the day, because he kind of opened the door. He's like, yeah, come into my hotel room. I've got a TV in the bottom of my bed, which is awesome. But then he was like, yeah, I can change the lights from green to red to blue in the shower. Which, you know, fair play.
I'd be excited about that.
Fair play.
I'd be excited about that.
But he's in Amsterdam right now doing a movie of sorts. He's not really said very much about it though.
No, he's not. are hoping to be speaking to him
Now in a minute.
So
with a little bit of investigatory journalism, I found out that someone is going to be in that film that he's doing, so I'll mention that to you afterwards.
Ooh.
Yeah, because I'm awesome. I can find these things out. Really, it was Lindsay being a Facebook spy.
A certain someone.
Yeah. Also, Tom Payton announced the other day on his Facebook that Black Site is wrapped.
Yes.
Black Site is wrapped. It is edited. It's done. It's ready to be shown. So hopefully,
I think he should send us a screener. To be honest,
you would think so. You would think so.
Yeah.
So yeah, that sounds awesome. Cause Dark Beacon sold out in London and Leeds.
That is badass.
London and Leeds, and they are putting on a second screening in London. So that's it. You know what, Cause? Just go for it, man. Put it in all the Odeons around the country. Just go for it. Odeon, View, Cineworld. Well, not Cineworld, because no. Get it put out there in all these cinemas. Cineworld's the one that gives you the paper bag popcorn. Don't get me wrong. It's gotten better because you no longer have to get it yourself. Mm-hmm. But it's, it still comes in a paper bag that rustles. Like, yeah.
Uh-huh.
What's wrong with just having a big old tub of popcorn?
I don't know, I eat rollers.
Yeah, you do eat rollers. Philistine. So yeah, Paul Knight, a man that we've not really spoken about too much, the man that sent me his screener for Landscape of Lies, a movie that I thoroughly enjoyed. Been keeping an eye on his next movie, which is 24 Little Hours. Looks like he's also done with his movie, or he's in the editing phase. He's finishing up the movie. Obviously, Chris Johnson, who's also in Black Site and coming on the show for Civil War.
Yeah.
The Road to Infinity Wars in a couple of weeks' time.
Well, no. What, earlier than a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah. It's like the next one after the next one. Yeah. I'm looking forward to speaking to Chris. I can't wait. But he is in this 24 Little Hours. Paul Knight has been putting out a lot of stills behind the scenes. That movie looks like it's going to be the balls. I'm looking forward to seeing that one. Sasha and Trish. Do you want to take this one? The Tango 1. You can get it anywhere, really. It's on all the...
Yeah, it's on Amazon and it's on iTunes. And I want to say Google Play as well.
Google Play. And I noticed it's on Sky.
Is it really?
Yeah, when you go on the menu for Sky, you can actually rent the movie on Sky as well, which makes it even easier because everyone's got Sky.
That's very true. Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah,
and I absolutely bloody loved it.
I'm sure we'll be getting to that later.
Yeah.
So we'll save that one. Andreas Shepard book is nearing, and he's still putting out these little snooker balls with like 4 pages left to go. Andreas, stop teasing us. Daniel Farron's book's coming along nicely. The Untold #2 on its way. Lance Nielsen he's been on the show. We were talking Pegasus Bridge, which is apparently it's still in the works, so hopefully we'll be seeing that shortly. Hopefully he's going to be working away on that. But I suspect that's been put on the back burner because he's released a book.
He certainly has, yeah.
A book, like a fully fledged novel.
Yeah, no pictures or anything.
Is there no pictures?
I don't think so.
I can't read that. I need pictures. Is it not a comic book?
No, it's not.
What I do like, the book is called Diamonds in the Sky.
Diamonds in the Sky.
And you can get it pretty much anywhere you want. Amazon, Kindle, all that good stuff. Get it bought. It's worth it. From what I'm seeing, a lot of people are loving this book. Jason Fleming gave it a rave review for it, saying it's the new Game of Thrones. Like the first book kind of hooks you in the same way that the first Game of Thrones book did, which is no small compliment. That's a big ass compliment to be getting.
I'd be okay with that.
What I do like, you say there's no pictures, the front cover, Angela Dixon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we love us a bit of Angela Dixon, so we're good with that. I will most likely be picking this up on Kindle because I don't do physical.
You don't do physical?
I'm not.
Well, Lindsay's a lucky lady.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm on fire tonight.
You are on fire tonight. Yeah, shut up. But yeah, I may be picking this up on the Kindle. I do want to have a read of this and see what it's like because it's like alien occupation type story, but told from different character perspectives. I like it. I like the sound of it.
Yeah.
So go out there, and if you can find a copy of Diamonds in the Sky, which you can, get it. Take a picture, put it on Facebook, and he'll put it out for everyone.
People doing that.
I'll tell you
It's
what,
pretty cool.
he's doing pretty well because
Yeah.
he's not done any sort of like PR for it or anything like that, any press for it yet.
Well, we're going to try to get him on.
Yeah.
I did explain to him the other night that we're kind of
Swamped.
backed up like bastards because of the Road to Infinity War, which is that is at the end of April. Infinity War comes out.
Oh, can't come quick enough.
So we are backed up like sons of bitches, and we've only recorded one regular episode in the last 5 weeks, and we've recorded 2 indie talks in the first 3 months of this year, which is not like us.
No, it's not at all.
So we are backed up like sons of bitches, but I do hope to get him on to have a chat about it, and I did tell him that. So yeah.
So before we get into the news, a little bit of sad news. It's not the one you're thinking.
Jim Bowen.
No. When did that happen?
Yesterday.
No. Really?
Yeah.
From Bullseye?
Yeah.
Is
that the one you were going to say?
No. Stephen Hawkins.
So who did you... You said not the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, because it's like a different bit of news, but I was thinking like Stephen Hawkins was dead, and now you're saying Jim Bowen.
Jim Bowen's dead.
Well, why was that not all over the news instead of Stephen Hawkins?
It was on the Facebooks.
Oh, right. Get all my news from the Facebooks, do I? That's gutted me.
That has actually bummed you out, isn't it?
That has a little bit. Jim Bowen, man. You can't beat a bit of bully.
Would you like to take a break?
No, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Oh, that's shit, though. Jim Bowen, man.
Welling up a little bit.
Gutted. Genuinely gutted. I can't believe you sprung that on me. At least, prepare me for that one.
Well, I thought you knew. Everybody else knows.
You could have, messaged me before the show and saying, by the way, I'm going to mention that Jim Bowen's died.
I thought you knew.
Right, so moment of silence for Jim Bowen. Stephen Hawkins as well, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. The creator of the Big Bang Theory TV show. I was going to ask Ross to send us a little audio clip, but I thought that might be in poor taste.
You know how cut up Brigger was about it? He messaged me quite close after the thing came, news update from the Sky News app came through. Brigger messaged me quite quickly after that, going, well, that's my Stephen Hawkins impression fucked.
Really? So, does he have one?
He did one on the episode before, and it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny,
was it
to be fair.
I do declare, I'm Stephen Hawkins.
It wasn't a million miles away from that, but so it just shows you bad things do happen to good people because his that's his impression fucked. Because he can't do it anymore.
That is a shame. One less Brigger impression is something I can live with.
The world's a darker place, I think.
Jim Bowen though.
Yeah.
Right. Let's get in the news because that's pissed me off. Well, actually, we'll start the news. Get the Big Ben bongs. Ding dong, ding dong, ding. Yeah, so unfortunately, a couple of weeks' time, Sci-Fi Weekender.
Yeah.
We will not be attending. We were hoping to attend, but Chris has got himself a new little job, and I've got myself a new little job, and we just can't go. It's just as simple as that.
Can't do everything. We'll go again next year, though.
We will be back. It's a gutter because I was looking forward to it, and they've got a pretty steady lineup. I mean, they lost one this week, which is a shame, but they've got a pretty good lineup, and those guys put on a really good show. And one of the things I was really looking forward to was seeing the Dark Room again. But they're also doing a live version of Nightmare.
Yeah.
And that one does actually sting.
They might be back next year.
Yeah. Hope so, because I would love to have seen that. But
we will be back to it. We bloody loved
100%.
it. And we hope that everybody has an amazing time.
Yeah, man. Everybody will have it. It's a 4-day rave, for fuck's sake. Yeah. It's an amazing weekend. There was a woman on the Sci-Fi Weekender Facebook page. I'm not going to say any names or anything like that because it doesn't need to be said. But she was talking about how she's got epilepsy, and she was saying that she's been clear for 9 years. She's never had an epileptic fit or anything like that. And then last weekend she had one, first one in 9 years. And she's going to Sci-Fi Weekender. And I was kind of sitting there thinking, well, stay away from the main void. Because, there's flashy lights all over the place.
Yeah, there are, yeah. blimey.
But that doesn't really leave much elsewhere to go. Mash and barrel, maybe. Get a good pint in there.
You do get a good pint.
You do get a good pint in there. You know, and Tom and Mike and that owe us one, so bit cheeky doing an interview and only having one pint.
Yeah, fucking off after I bought them a pint.
Not buying a one back.
Rude.
Well, we're going to London, so hopefully they'll pay that back. But anyway, London Comic Con.
Yeah.
MCM. We are going down in May. The trains are booked. The hotels are getting booked tomorrow. Awesome, man. Awesome, man. And shout out to Cos Greenup, who pretty much offered us a place to stay, which is fantastic because, you know, we've never met the guy. We've only spoken to him on the show before, but that was awesome.
Yeah,
and,
bless him.
And I wasn't aiming for that when I messaged him. That's not what I was after. Because I kind of just like sent out a couple of messages today, putting feelers out for like, where's a good place that we can get like a nice cheap hotel room and all that. And like 2 guys were like, just come stay with me. And it's like, as much as that would be awesome, thank you very much, but you really don't want to see me at 4 a.m. naked.
No, you really don't.
You really don't. I mean, you saw about 6 times last year, the amount of trips we went on.
Yeah. That's a fucking scary thing, considering we were only there like 4 days.
But yeah, MCM Comic Con in London, we are going to be there in May. We cannot wait. There's a great lineup. People are getting announced all the time. Really looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah.
But even quicker than that, the end of this month, we may be, or we are, I'm just trying to
Next
finalise...
month. It's April, isn't it?
March.
Is it?
End of March.
Oh, shit. Right.
Last weekend of March. A couple of weeks. Like,
shit.
Yeah.
I thought it was April. Yeah.
No, it's the end of March.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's in hand. It's in hand. We are going to be attending as press a international film festival. We have to talk to people like that. When we get there, we have to be like, hello, I'm 365 Flicks Podcast.
I don't think we do. We're going to Newcastle.
Yeah. What are you talking about? It'd be like, we're 365 Flicks Podcast. Diggity.
Wow, that was offensive. On so many levels.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, we are the first ever Newcastle International Film Festival. Is happening at the end of March. That's this month. And yeah, we are going down to do a little bit of coverage. There's like over 200 movies being screened from over like 4 different continents. A lot of films on the go. Short movies, premiere movies. There's a lot going on. Really looking forward to it. Just trying to sort little bits and pieces out. There may be some interviews going on. There may be a little bit of get some screenings on the go.
Oh yeah,
really looking forward to that.
Do that.
Really looking forward to it. It's going to be very different though, because we've done like Comic Cons.
Yeah, we've never done a film festival before.
Yeah, and you would think we would.
Yeah,
because we are like a film podcast.
Well, yeah, but I mean, well, to be honest, there's a film festival in Berwick, but it's a dose of wanky shite, isn't it? So we're not gonna.
Is it not some woman pissing in a field?
We're not gonna watch a film about a woman pissing in a field.
Well, I would watch it. I just, if I was getting paid to watch it, I would watch it.
No. So yeah.
So what are you going to do if we go down to this festival and there's a film about a woman pissing in a field?
Maybe she's on a tour, pissing in fields in Newcastle.
There's not that many fields in Newcastle, though.
No.
As long as she doesn't piss anywhere near the Angel of the North, because that would be sacrilege.
Maybe she'll piss on the Angel of the North.
You can't be doing that. It's her birthday this year. Aye.
Anyway, that's going to be good.
We're going to be heading down there. We're going to be hopefully bringing you some awesome stuff. They are really pumped about having us there. So, yeah, that's quite exciting.
Yeah.
A little bit nerve-wracking.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
A little bit nerve-wracking.
We're awesome. It'll be fine.
They do have, like, one screening that I'm absolutely pumped to go and see. They're showing Doomsday, the Neil Marshall movie.
Yeah, which I've never seen.
Oh, I cannot wait.
I've never seen that.
Cannot wait for that. And the night before that, they're showing Get Carter.
I want to go. You know what? I've not seen that movie in years.
Yeah?
Years. So, yeah, I'd really like to go and see that as well.
35mm as well. Which is like the way they used to make movies. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
But we'll get there. So, yeah, crack on with the news, Chris.
Right, then. So, bit of James Bond news.
Oh.
Yeah. Bond 25. Danny Boyle has confirmed plans to direct the film.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
That's going to suck.
Trainspotting 2 to fucking James Bond.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that at all.
Is Daniel Craig still confirmed?
As far as I'm aware, he is, yeah.
You know what? Danny Boyle's hit and miss. He's hit and miss, but his hits, he's had more hits than misses, I would say. You know, with his like
what?
Slumdog Millionaire was pretty decent. The Beach back in the day was quite good.
That was okay.
I suppose Sunshine was okay for a existential pish.
Never seen that.
You know, he's done some alright stuff. Millions, he did Millions, which I really enjoyed. It was more of a kids movie, but like adults could watch it and it was fine.
Never heard of it.
It was a good little film about the kid who found like a duffel bag full of money beside the train track, and basically him and his pal start living the good life because they found all this money. It's a good little film, totally different to anything else Danny Boyle's ever done.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course he did the Olympics opening ceremony, which was terrible.
He did. Yeah, what was James Bond in that?
That was the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, the Queen was in that.
Queen was in that. Yeah. Jumped out of a helicopter.
It was terrible though.
It
was utter just nonsense.
Yeah.
Danny Boyle, nah, I'm
So from one bit of a twat to another one. Yeah, you know who's really annoying me? Christopher Eccleston.
What's he doing?
He has been doing an interview with someone or something and said how much he hated doing G.I. Joe and Thor 2.
Was he in G.I. Joe?
I don't know. I've never seen the first one.
Why is he still talking about that?
He needs to shut the fuck up, to be honest
Why
with
is he
you.
still talking about it? I mean, fair enough. We know, like, he was very vocal at the time about Thor 2, but why is he talking about it?
I don't know.
He made the choice. He made the movie.
He hated Doctor Who. He hated G.I. Joe. He hated Thor 2. There was another one that he also spoke about. But and I read a headline on one of the websites today when I was looking for some news saying Doctor Who, like leaving Doctor Who the way he did, like sort of blacklisted me at the BBC. It's like, well, yeah, you've done nothing but talk shite, so you deserve it, mate.
Yeah, I'd imagine the way he did things would blackball you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wouldn't just say from the BBC, like, people's not going to want to work with you.
But you're going about slamming you go into a franchise like Marvel.
Yeah.
Or, well, I suppose to a lesser extent G.I. Joe, but it's still a franchise nonetheless.
Yeah, it's meant to be.
And then you spend the rest of the time bloody slamming it. Plenty of other actors who'd have gone in there and done those films and be happy about it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Prick. Mark Hamill has finally gotten himself a Hollywood star.
Yeah,
Did you see the photo of him sitting like Yoda?
Yeah, I like that. Mark, he deserves it. He does deserve it. I don't know why he hasn't had one already.
Yeah. So he was presented by Harrison Ford.
Right.
It was Q.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pleased for him.
Was Carrie there?
Come on, you're better than that.
That was... Oh, don't. That was harsh.
Was Carrie there? Well, that was harsh, wasn't it? She dead.
She might have been there as a Force ghost.
I see. I think she did fly past in the skyline.
Don't.
Sorry.
That's low.
Sorry.
What you just said was low.
I apologise. Jon Favreau has been hired
to
write the Star Wars live-action show.
I don't really want a Star Wars live-action show, but
it was going to happen.
Oh yeah, it was always going to happen, and it was always going to happen. And if you're going to give it to someone, give it to Favreau.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Look what he did with Iron Man.
Yeah.
He kicked off like a whole fucking universe. Like the MCU owes a great debt to Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
So let's see what he does with Star Wars.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I mean,
any details?
No, it's going to be on the Disney service. When they're separating everything and that. So it's going to be on there, but that
doesn't fill me with hope.
Why?
Because it'll be like those like ridiculously good-looking 12-year-olds.
No, it won't. There'll be some ugly people on it.
Hopefully.
Ewoks. Fox are up for a Buffy revival.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't read it, but I saw that. What are they saying?
They are saying that Buffy is the Buffy revival is the most likely thing to happen at the moment. But
other than
like of their, because they've done like X-Files revivals and whatever else. Bloody Prison Break as well. That was Fox, wasn't it?
Yeah. Prison Break was, yeah.
So they're saying it's at the moment it is the most likely show to be revived.
Yeah.
But only if Joss wants to do it.
Yeah, it stands to reason. You can't do it
can't
without
do that
Joss.
without Joss Whedon.
No.
So the Box have basically said, if Joss wants to do it, we will make it happen.
Awesome.
So get the fucking finger out, Joss.
Awesome. Do you reckon SMG will come back?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She's getting on a bit.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, she's still pretty tidy, but she's
Buffy.
getting on. Yeah, but would she just, like, take over? Because you know what they'll end up doing? She'll, like, be training the new Slayer.
No, you can't do that because, well, it depends on what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Because they did season 8, 9, and 10, I think, which...
on the comic books.
Yeah, I'm sure Nicholas Brennan wrote 10 or co-wrote season 10. I've not read season 10. I've read season 8 and most of season 9. But the way that Buffy ended was they made every potential Slayer in the world a Slayer.
Right.
So there's not just the one Slayer. So Buffy was training the Slayers to be
So
Slayers.
that'll be the TV show.
So that could be the TV show.
It'll be like Dollhouse, but Buffy training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd watch it. Well, I'd watch
Of course you're going to watch it.
Yeah, there is a Suits spin-off coming.
Oh, no. With Katherine Heigl.
Who?
Katherine Heigl. She's been cast in the new series.
No, spin-off with Gina Torres.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been confirmed it's going to be set in Chicago. Because obviously she left the firm to go to Chicago.
Chicago law.
Mm.
Is it going to be part of the Chicago universe?
Oh, no, don't do that.
Is it going to be part of the Chicago universe? That would be awesome.
No.
If they spun Suits off like a Suits show into like a Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, Chicago Hospital, Chicago Med, Chicago Courtroom, Chicago whatever, that would be great. I'm all in for that. I'm sorry, but I'm in.
Okay. It's going to be set in Chicago, and it's going to be set in the world of dirty Chicago politics. All right.
Dirty Chicago politics.
Fuck's sake.
Just the synopsis.
We got Harvey there. Get Harvey there.
Yeah, get Harvey in there.
Well, that's fucking dead. That show,
Suits is
isn't
dead
it?
now. I mean, she's going off to be like the plain princess, and without her, there's not really much point in having Mike.
Mike's quit as well.
Is Mike quit as well? Well, that's the show dead.
Mm-hmm.
Have Lewis and Harvey move to Chicago.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
Yeah,
I'd watch that.
get them all back together.
Mm-hmm.
Get the band back together.
Black Mirror season 5 confirmed by Netflix.
Okay.
Never
I've
ever yet.
not
Did you
watched any
not
of
watch
4
it
yet.
It's great.
I've not started 4.
It's possibly the best season. Possibly my favourite season of it.
I've been hearing good things about this series, so I will get to it.
It's the first season of Black Mirror where I can honestly say there's no like weak episodes
Right.
in it. Really, really good.
Good.
Aye.
Yeah.
World War Z 2
Still coming.
has been delayed until
Oh,
2020 because Brad Pitt is involved with Tarantino's Manson film.
Yeah, I saw that. Did you see who else has been casting that?
There's been loads of people casting it.
This cast is looking awesome. Margot Robbie, though.
Mm-hmm.
Loving that.
Yeah.
Loving that. DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Loving that. Brad Pitt. How's Brad Pitt and Leo DiCaprio not done a movie yet?
Have they not done a movie together?
I don't think they have. Not to my knowledge. I was sitting there today trying to think about it. I'm like, surely at some point those two should have done a movie together. But I don't think they have.
No, I don't think they have either.
No. That's a
There
good
you
cast.
go.
That's
There
a
you
good
go.
ass
Yeah,
cast.
yeah. I mean, it's a shame about World War Z 2, but it's what you're going to do.
Is Fincher still looking at World War Z 2? Is that still his?
I'd heard he'd left, but I might be wrong.
Shit.
Might be wrong.
It's probably not going to happen, is it?
No.
Nah.
Well, delays until 2020.
Give it to Neil Marshall.
Why not?
Yeah.
Or Danny Boyle.
Not Danny Boyle.
The big news of the week, which I am amazingly excited about. We are getting a Sopranos prequel movie.
Yeah, I saw this.
Fucking get in.
I know.
So David,
I was kind of hoping for a limited series.
No, give us a movie.
Why a movie though?
Why not a movie?
It's just going to be Goodfellas.
No, it's not. David Chase is teaming up again with Sopranos writer Lawrence Connor. They have written a screenplay. It is called The Many Saints of Newark. It's set in the 60s during the Newark race riots involving Italian Americans and African Americans. Apparently, when they did the flashbacks to young Uncle June and Tony Sr. in the show, that would have been when those flashbacks were set.
Nice.
So, yeah, I'm really excited about that.
So some tense as hell gangstery shit.
Yeah, I've always said, like, if they were going to do more in, like, the Sopranos, like, universe, give us fucking Uncle June.
Oh, definitely. It's where they had to go. Like, it's sort of like if they ever do. I mean, I know they're doing a spin-off of Sons of Anarchy with the Mayans, but they need to do an original 9, which is like Jax's dad and his lot getting the club together. That is the logical way to go with Sons of Anarchy, and that's 100% the way you go with Sopranos. You don't bother following on from the Tony story. Go back to Tony's dad's story, Uncle June's story, young Richie Aprile or Jackie Aprile,
get
all
young
them lot.
Jackie Aprile, Richie Aprile, get young Syl in there, young Paulie in there, young Pussy in there. Anyway.
Shouldn't really laugh when you say young Pussy, should you?
No, well, it could have been worse.
In context, it's okay, though, because
we're
worse. Talking Sopranos.
You could have made worse noises. You could have
or you could have said big pussy.
Okay, anyway, move on. Yeah, that's all I've got for news.
I've got one. I'm a little bit surprised you didn't mention it. Yeah. So here is a sentence that I never thought would be getting said. We hoped we might get to say it, but House of Cards.
What about it?
It's coming back in the fall.
Oh,
yeah.
In the what?
In the fall.
It's like
it's an American term.
Don't use American
I think it means
terms.
like winter or something. Or,
it means autumn.
Or autumn. When's that? September?
It's the bit before winter.
June? The bit before winter. We're in England, alright? Winter is the only time of year.
Well, yeah.
So, yeah.
House of Cards is coming
back.
I saw the trailer for it. It wasn't really a trailer, it was just a teaser with, what's her name?
You know what? Right. You know what I did like? And it made me laugh out loud, and I probably shouldn't have, because it's a shame. But we said that when Spacey-Gate happened, that, there is still a way to go. Like, obviously, because the way the last series ended, if you haven't seen it, quick spoiler for you here, he basically gave up the mantle and he was going to move sideways and become like a Tony Blair type character and make a shit ton of money dealing in weapons. Not saying that's what Tony Blair does. Okay?
Wow.
It is, though. He's going to make a shit ton of money working with bastards and making them filthy rich and starting wars and whatnot. So that was kind of his.
Okay.
That was his thing. That's what he was going to do. So you could always carry that series on without Spacey, with her taking the presidency, which is kind of what they're going to do. But I was sitting there, kind of laughing out loud with that teaser trailer when they were going through the corridor, and I'm like, "Oh, nice! House Cards is coming back. It's going to be her. Brilliant." She turns the chair around and she goes, "We're just getting started," and then it goes, "The final season."
Yeah.
And I was like, you've been fucked.
little bit. They are talking about a spin-off of it, though, aren't they? So
really?
Yeah.
Deck of Cards. I'd watch that.
2 houses of cards.
Two houses of cards. It could be like the White House and Putin's house.
Twin Towers of Cards?
No, we're not going down that road. We don't need those flashbacks. So yeah, House of Cards is coming back. Yeah. Final season. Robin Wright Penn looks like she's gonna. I'm quite excited.
Yeah, she can carry that.
I'm definitely going to watch it. We know she's a good actress, but how are they going to deal with Mr. Kevin Spacey?
He dead.
Is there any way of him coming back? Like, not to that show, like career-wise.
No.
Do you think?
Well, I mean, again, as we've said before, he's not actually been convicted of anything.
Yeah.
He's never been arrested, as far as I'm aware. He's never been arrested or charged or even interviewed by police.
No, I don't think so.
As far as I am aware, it's all allegations, and things probably did happen, but there are no I don't know.
Nothing's been confirmed, concrete. Nobody's been charged.
No smoke without fire type deal. So, I mean, if he gets cast in a film or TV show, do you think people would watch it? I think people would boycott it like a bastard.
Yeah, people would tear it apart, tear it to shreds. It's a shame as well because Spacey's a fucking awesome actor. But like, I was thinking about this the other day, and I was kind of like at work, just when you're thinking about things, and I was wondering like, even if he got a role in a movie, like a studio thought to themselves, you know what, we're going to roll the dice on him. Like nobody else is touching him, we'll roll the dice. They're gonna get him for a song. They're not gonna have to pay for him, basically.
Yeah.
So they get Spacey, they make this awesome movie where he puts in this awesome performance, which is like probably the best performance of his career because he's trying to fight back.
Yeah.
Do people recognize that? Do people accept that? Or do they, like you say, just boycott the shit out of it?
I don't think people would accept it. But then, not that long ago, we would have said the same about Mel Gibson. I know it's not entirely the same thing, but it's not kicking the balls off it.
It's not. It's like, it's a sideways. But what Gibson did was like slightly more acceptable because he's nuts.
Yeah.
Like he's clearly not of the right mind.
Yeah.
All Spacey is gay, by his own admission.
All Spacey is gay.
Well, that was his thing, wasn't it? He was like, I'm really sorry if I did something. And then he's like, but come on, I am gay. That was basically what his like statement said. Like, what do you expect? Which I thought was a great way of saying sorry.
Yeah, you would think he had a PR company who would have said, no, don't say that.
Whereas all Mel Gibson did was like keep a low profile for a while and then make some pretty good movies and make Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get Oscar nominated.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, never say never. I suppose it's possible, but I don't think so.
I don't think it's going to happen. It would be nice if he somehow managed to get a little bit of respect back and a little bit of his dignity. And
who was it? He was in a film and he got CGI'd out.
That was a kick in the balls as well.
Yeah, and the guy got nominated for an Oscar for it.
All the money in the world. It was Christopher Plummer, who's like 90 and gets nominated for Best Supporting Actor. And it's like...
That was a fuck you. That was clearly the Academy going, fuck you, Spacey.
Even better than that would have been had he won. That would have been great if he had won that.
Yeah.
He's been called in for basically 3 days' work to basically wipe out Spacey's character, and he wins an Oscar. Easiest 3 days he's ever done.
Was that Ridley Scott?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, fair play. They did what they had to do. They did what they thought was right. I still think Ridley acted a little bit too rash on that one. However, nobody would have went to see that movie.
No.
No.
Did anybody go and see that movie?
I don't remember anybody going to see it. But the 3 people that did go and see it would not have went to see it.
No, they wouldn't have.
So there you go. That's it. That's the news.
Yeah.
Little bit of a hot topic there for you at the end. What do you want to go on to next? Will we do a bit of Tremors?
Yeah, on you go.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
talk some Tremors.
Let's talk some Tremors. Here's a little trailer for the movie.
Perfection. A scorched outpost in the middle of nowhere.
You know how close I am to leaving this place right now? How close?
Maybe that's why Val and Earl decided to leave town.
Hey, hold up. That's Edgar Deans.
They just picked the wrong day to do it.
Jeez. You guys better get the hell out of here. There's a killer on the loose. Who could be doing it?
Is that a snake?
I'll give you boys $5 for this. 20. That's how they get you. They're under the ground.
What the hell are those things? How could they eat a whole station wagon?
But where do they come from?
I vote for outer space.
Tremors. I love this movie.
Yeah, I had not seen this movie in at least 15, maybe more years. I fucking loved it.
Oh, it's amazing, man. Kevin Bacon, Fred Ward. Awesome movie. Little Chinese guy from every movie ever. It's an awesome movie.
Little Chinese guy from every movie ever.
Well, he is. He's in a ton of movies. I can't name any of them, but he's in them.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a great film. I had so much fun. Like, I bought the box set, the Blu-ray box set of the first 5 movies. I had so much fun watching it. I have watched like 3 of them so far. I just love these films. Like, even the later ones that are not good, they're still good. They're still really good.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't remember shit. I really couldn't remember a single thing about it, other than it was wormy things in the ground. But yeah, I mean, Kevin Bacon's got an awesome mullet.
He does. He's rocking it.
Yep, he certainly is. Yeah, good writing. It's funny. I think what do they call them?
Graboids.
That's the ones. I think they don't look entirely like shite.
As practical effects go in the that was like the 90s, that was like mid to late 90s. As practical effects go in the mid to late 90s for massive big man-eating worms, they look badass.
Yeah.
Like, I love even like that scene when it hits the wall and knocks itself out, and then he digs out the ass, and it goes like right the way back, and they've built like this whole practical worm. It's just great. It's like, well done them, you know. They all look fantastic. And, there's some good special features on the DVD showing you like the making of and all that. And the guy saying that like literally nobody wanted this. Like, nobody was picking this movie up. Nobody was like... And they went to like one guy who like read it, and he read Graboids, and he was like, in. And he was like, do it, make it now, get it done. And you know, it's a fantastic film. I could watch this movie anytime. I don't know what it is about this film. I think it's Kevin Bacon himself, it's Fred Ward, the relationship between the two of them, Val and Earl. And it's, like you say, it's got some fantastic little quippy one-liners. His checklist for the women that he wants is just phenomenal. When he's like, when they're driving across the country bit towards the seismologist or whatever she is, and he's going, she will have long blonde hair, big blue eyes, ass that won't quit, legs that go all the way up. It's just like, then he gets there and she's got none of it. Just that. But you get your introduction to Burt Gummer, who's in all of them. Like,
Is that one who's like the guy who's obsessed with guns and that?
Yeah, he is fantastic. You broke into the wrong goddamn rec room, didn't you? He's great. I love that character. I think it's the second one. He actually has my favourite line of pretty much any like of the Tremors movies, any movie of that period sort of thing. He's they go after the Graboids in the second one. They're hunting them down because they're going to get like a certain amount of money for every Graboid that they kill.
Right.
And Bert comes in, and of course he comes in with his massive ammo truck. And you just hear him over the radio, like, firing off rounds and everything. And then the next time you see him, he's standing there, the wagon's cut to shit. It's like, all the things is like, because they've got ass blasters in the second one, which are awesome. And he kind of just like, he stands there and he goes, I am completely out of ammo. That's never happened to me before. It's just like, such a great line. I love the Tremors movies.
I can tell.
I wish they would like... I mean, obviously, we're getting another one. I think it's April. We're getting, like, Tremors 6, and they're in the Antarctic this time.
Okay.
Which I'm a little bit... I'm going to give it a go.
Mix it up.
Give it a go.
Yeah.
But I would love for them to do it again. Like, reboot it. Like, this is one of those movies that I wouldn't mind if they rebooted it. But only if they keep it totally practical. Like, I don't want... like CGI Graboids all over the place.
Get Nolan in there.
Get Nolan in there, yeah. Dunkirk the fuck out of Tremors.
Okay.
That's an interesting concept. So have you ever seen the second one?
No.
The second one's great as well. I'll give you the box set and you'll get them watched. Second one's got ass blasters. Which is it's like how would you explain ass blasters? How would you explain ass blasters?
I'll watch it and find out.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know how to explain them.
I'll watch it and find out.
But they use basically they use fart powers to fly.
The wormy things do.
No.
People do.
They come from inside the worms.
Right.
The worms give birth to ass blasters.
It sounds like an episode of South Park.
No, it's more like an episode of X-Files.
All right. Okay.
It's awesome. The second one's awesome as well.
Right, I'll watch it. I did really enjoy it. And yeah, kind of when the movie ended, I did have the feeling of, I want to watch more. This was great.
It is great.
Yeah.
I'll give you the Blu-rays and you can get them all watched.
Sweet.
And we'll talk about them again.
Why the hell not?
Not on a rewatch, though.
Oh.
Just like, what have you been watching?
Cool.
So, have you got any more gems? We've done Waterworld.
We've
done Tremors.
Another gem. Now,
Or you've got another gem.
I do. Now, I took a screenshot because I did another Twitter poll.
Ooh, a Twitter poll. Did you hashtag it?
No, I did not. Oh, I did. I did do a hashtag.
Ooh! If you like it, you should have put a hashtag on it. Yeah, if you like it, you should have put... No.
No, absolutely fucking
that was
not.
my Beyonce
I bloody well
impression.
tagged you in it, you prick.
Did you?
Yes!
Must have been ages ago then.
It was. At the beginning of March, so... Yeah, so I had Ravenous with Robert Carlyle.
Is that the one when they're cannibals
Yep.
up in the hills?
Yep.
Yeah, that was great.
Batman and Robin.
I would have loved that. I love that.
Bulworth.
Warren Beatty. Ghetto superstar.
Yeah, that was a good song.
That is what you are.
And
Head
Speed.
on up. What?
Speed.
Nah.
Now, the results came out. Speed 43%.
What?
Ravenous 43%.
Nice.
Batman Robin 14%. Bulworth 0%. Nobody
Bulworth?
wants to watch Bulworth.
I honestly would have chosen that just for the song.
So I kind of want to watch Bulworth because nobody voted for it. I feel bad for it. So we can either, because they got the same percentages, we can watch Speed, or we can watch Ravenous.
I haven't seen Ravenous probably since it came out,
Same here.
but Speed's an awesome watch.
I want to watch Speed.
Yeah, Speed is
So
an
there you have
awesome
it.
watch.
The next 365 revisited will be Speed.
Yeah, I'll do a bit of Speed.
Meh.
That
Boosh.
was a drugs joke.
I know.
It's been a while since I saw Speed as well. I've always preferred Speed 2 though,
Get the fuck out.
with Willem Dafoe and his leeches.
Uh-huh.
I just love a bit of Willem Dafoe. But yeah, the first one's awesome. Dennis Hopper is the villain. Ooh, yeah. Pop quiz, hot shot. That's that film, isn't
This
it?
is.
Did you ever see Spy Hard with Liam Neeson? Liam Neeson? Leslie
Yeah.
Nielsen.
Yeah.
Don't get those two mixed
Wow.
up. Could you imagine?
Different movie.
Could you imagine not Police Academy, Naked Gun movies with Liam Neeson?
No, I can. Yeah, I kind of want to see that.
He would do it now. Pretty much do anything now.
So Speed is the next 365 revisited. We have not forgotten about just the pilot. It was going to be Glitch on the Netflix.
That was it. Yeah.
But completely, totally forgot about that.
So did I.
Yeah, and that's how it goes.
Are we close to ditching that?
Just the pilot.
Yeah.
It's getting harder and harder to find new ones. We could think of a new.
I'll think of a
thing
new
to
segment,
do.
but,
yeah.
we'll
ditch Glitch and we'll come up with a new segment for the next.
We'll watch Glitch and then we'll start something else.
Okay.
But listeners, do not hold us to that.
No, we'll probably not be arsed.
Because if there's anything you've learned over the last 2 or 3 years, is that if you hold us to anything, it won't happen, and it's your damn fault, not ours. Well, it's kind of our fault. So, what do you want to move on to?
Talk about what we've been watching.
Might as well. I'm completely honest with you. I haven't got a lot, but let's do this.
I've got a couple.
Let's do this. So, quick promo for one of our good buddies. Insert promo here.
Greetings from Tromaville. I'm Lloyd Kaufman, president of Troma Entertainment and creator of The Toxic Avenger. You know, folks, when the Troma team and I are not making those great movies like Tromeo and Juliet and Terra Firma and Return to Nukem High, a.k.a. Volume 2, the Troma team and I like to kick back and inhale the most educational and entertaining podcast in the world, Poop Culture.
Hello, I'm Toxie. I love poop culture. Poop culture is the best. I like poop culture. In fact, I even look like some poop right now. If you look closely, kind of a poop.
But I'm 70 years old and I want to blow my fucking brains out. So, honestly, I don't even know why I care.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That was them.
That was them. Yeah. You love that.
Yeah.
That is your favourite thing to say. That was them.
Mm-hmm.
So, Chris, what have you been watching?
First one. I saw, finally, Jumanji.
Yay, that's on my list
Welcome
too.
to the jungle. Welcome to the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle. I mean, that song was all over it, so...
Is that the...
Yeah.
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 I really enjoyed it. Well, really is a strong word. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it does what it says on the tin.
It was serviceable. It was fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I was not recommended to watch it by friend of the show, Paul Byrne. He despised it.
Did he?
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell.
Really?
Oh, ask him about Jumanji the next time you see him. Jesus.
I thought this would be right up his
Oh,
street.
he hated it.
Oh.
He hated it.
Lindsay didn't like it, and I really thought Lindsay would enjoy this.
Right.
The girls loved it. Scarlett couldn't go to sleep after it because the hippo eating Jack Black kind of.
All right.
Yeah,
Freaked her out.
she went to bed and she freaked.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Has she got a hippo bed or something?
No, that would just be stupid.
All right, okay, bygones. Yeah, it was fine. The Rock was good. Karen Gillan was good. Not very often I say this these days, but Jack Black was good. I thought
Jack Black was great.
He really stole the film for me.
Yeah.
It was fine. It was fine.
Notice how he left one person out there.
Who did I leave out?
Kevin Hart.
Oh shit. Yeah, I don't like Kevin Hart. So
neither do I. Don't worry about
I
it.
really can't be doing with him.
Although I think Kevin Hart and The Rock in Central Intelligence were fantastic together.
Yeah.
But in this, not so much.
Yeah, Central Intelligence was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really can't be doing with Kevin Hart at all.
He's just annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Charlie Day. He's like Charlie Day.
Yeah. Charlie Day, Dax Shepard, all those generic ass-face comedians. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed when we went to see Black Panther, was the trailer for Pacific Rim 2.
Yeah.
Fucking Charlie Day was all over that trailer.
Yeah.
That is not how you get people into that cinema.
No.
Fuck me.
I mean, that movie's going to have a hard enough time getting people into the cinema anyway.
I'll not be watching that shit.
No. Even John Boyega doesn't make me want to watch that film, which is a shame because I love a bit of John Boyega.
Yeah.
But, you know, what are you going to do?
There you go. Yeah, but yeah, Jumanji, it was fine. It was a 3 or 4 out of 5, I guess.
Yeah.
It was fine. It was an enjoyable film. It was funny in places. Had an okay story.
Yeah.
Wasn't as good as the original.
No.
I
thought there might have been more callbacks to the original.
The only one I can think of is his name was
Yeah.
carved into the thing.
That was a bit poo.
Yeah.
I thought there might have been a couple more, but I mean, for me, the Rock was awesome. I love The Rock. I thought he played this really well. It was very different to what he normally does. He's still a big beefhead, but he was kind of playing like a little wimpy beefhead.
Mm-hmm.
The bit I absolutely adored in the movie, and it's like it's a quick little scene. It's when The Rock's having his fight in the middle of the market town, and because the kid is like a gamer and absolutely loves playing like fighting games at the start of the movie and all that, he's like playing Tekken or something. So The Rock's like, as he's fighting, he's like, uppercut!
Yeah,
and then he uppercuts the guy, and when he punches someone, he goes, kapow! And he's like, bam! And it's just like, I love that. I just kind of, The Rock's having fun there. He's having a lot of fun there. That was a cool little scene.
Yeah.
When he kept saying, like, all the moves he was doing. He's like, chop, chop, chop! And he's like, right, left! Just awesome. I was like, yeah, that's cool. But, like you say, movie it's serviceable. Some very ropey CGI.
In places, yeah.
Especially Karen Gillan running up the hill. It looked like Blade 2 levels of shit CGI. Like, it was bad. But yeah, the movie itself, no complaints, really.
Just fine.
Didn't like
I don't think I would watch it again.
No.
But I'm glad I watched it to see what the crack was.
Yeah.
It was fine.
It's interesting to see how they updated it for today. And that was alright. But I'm glad we didn't spend too long with the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because as we know, kids in movies.
I liked how they changed it from the board game into the computer game at the start, and then it was like it flashed forward and it was a retro game. That was pretty cute.
Yeah.
That was alright.
Yeah. It was okay.
Yeah.
There's not much you can say about it. It does what it says on the tin.
Yeah.
Karen Gillan, excellent. Like that chick can kick ass.
She can.
I kind of, as I was sitting watching it, I was like, you know what? We maybe have the wrong Tomb Raider. I was kind of like, I could actually see Karen Gillan playing Lara Croft.
Yeah.
But Scottish.
I'd be okay with that.
I'd be quite pleased with that. She pulled off the uniform very well. Mm-hmm. Very well. She looked... She looked nice. I was okay with that. But yeah, Jumanji. It's fine.
That was fine.
It's okay.
What you got?
I watched the other night Insidious, the new Insidious movie.
The new Insidious movie.
Yeah,
Right, okay.
Insidious: The Last Key.
Right.
And it's pants.
Is Insidious the one with him out of the first Insidious movie? Him out of The Conjuring.
Conjuring,
yeah.
Insidious was like...
So I get mixed up between Insidious and Sinister.
Yeah, Insidious, Sinister, and The Conjuring are all pretty much the same, really. Like, they're all Eli Roth, or... No, not Eli Roth. Who is it? Is it Eli Roth? No, it's not.
It's James Wan?
James Wan.
Yeah.
James Wan and all that. They do all those movies. But yeah, Conjuring is sort of a spin-off, not quite, to Insidious. But these movies have been going on too long, Insidious movies. This one was...
Yeah, I watched the first two. I loved the first two, actually.
Yeah.
The third one was a prequel, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Aye. This one was quite good. It relied a lot on jump scares. It started really strong with like back in the day type thing, and then coming into now.
Right.
It's got the old lady again from Conjuring, the other Insidious movies. You know, she's like a real life medium, like,
right.
but they've made her a character in these films.
Is she in The Conjuring?
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah. She's the one that tries to help them in the other side.
No, that's Insidious, man.
Is that Insidious?
Yeah,
I'm sure
there's no other side in The Conjuring.
I'm sure she's in The Conjuring as well. We'll double check that.
We will. I've just bought them on Blu-ray. So
But anyway,
yeah,
she is she's back in this one. She's fantastic in this again. She's, for a little old lady, she's a good little actress. Really like her. But you know what? Once you get past the first 20 minutes, this movie's got nothing going on. There's not a lot going on there. Some of the jump scares are quite good, not brilliant. But, like I say, the first 20 minutes is eerie, tense, suspenseful, and then they throw that all out the window for some good jumps.
Right.
And that pisses me off. Because 9 times out of 10, a jump scare doesn't even work.
I don't think jump scares work. Because there's not as much rewatch value. Like The Conjuring, or The Conjuring 2 in particular. At the start of the movie when she's in the room with the painting of the nun.
Yeah.
No matter how many times I watch that, I still shit myself.
Yeah, you know it's coming, but Jesus,
as
it still
soon
gets
as the
you.
fingers come round the side of the painting, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And you don't need big jump scares because the first time you've seen it, it's like, well, that's there now.
And you know what I'm getting sick of? Like, the way they frame these shots. I know, like, I don't know much about camera work. I don't know anything about camera work, to be perfectly honest. But the way they frame these shots now, you know it's coming. Like, there's a scene in this movie where the girl is going to the wardrobe, and the wardrobe's open, obviously, and it's dark inside the wardrobe.
Of course.
And she's being watched by her little brother, who is in the bottom bunk of the bunk bed, but he's made like a den, so the covers have come down. So it's just like a little slit in between the blankets where he's sitting. So you're sitting there and you're like, well, either something's going to come out the wardrobe and grab her, or a face is going to pop up beside his head in the bunk bed, because you can't see the whole bunk bed. And of course, it's the face. And it happened, and I was like, meh. Like, why do they keep going to that well? Why is that something you keep doing? It's not working anymore. Stop doing it.
Yeah.
Come up with something else.
Yeah, there's other things you could have done with that.
Yeah.
That would have been scarier.
Or as I like, and as I pointed out when you were making your film and that, don't do anything. Make me think something's going to happen, but don't do it.
That's right.
That's like, do that. Sometimes that's scarier than something happening. It's like when you watch It, and the kid's going through the book, and he keeps flicking the pages, and that woman is clearly behind him, staring at him, but it doesn't come to anything.
Yeah.
That's sinister as shit. But yeah, Insidious, the Last Key, I wouldn't recommend it. Watch it if you've got nothing else to do. But for me, it's a very, very weak entry into that franchise. And I think maybe...
It's the last one, isn't it?
I'm hoping so, yeah. Maybe it's just time to give it up.
Yeah.
Make another Conjuring movie.
They are supposed to be doing that, but James Wan isn't doing it.
No, because he went off to do Aquaman. Which I'm totally fine with.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Still looking forward to Aquaman?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. December, I think it is.
Yeah, the Justice League hasn't completely destroyed that for me, so I'm still looking forward to Aquaman.
Well, he is the shining star of Justice League, so...
Yeah, it's not difficult.
No.
Yeah, so speaking of not really all that scary, Veronica.
Everybody was raving about this. Everybody was like shitting their pants.
Yes, I watched it. It's got 100% on...
You are kidding.
I am not kidding.
Oh, God.
People were saying this is the scariest movie of all time. Bollocks.
Is it because it's Spanish,
Bollocks.
isn't it?
It's Spanish.
Is that why people are saying it's scary?
It's like it's a demon possession-y type thing. There are scary moments in it, but I wasn't blown away. I wasn't like, fucking hiding behind a cushion or anything like that. It was like, yeah, it was all right, I suppose.
I need to watch it. I'm gonna have to give it a go.
You should.
It's on Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah. I can't actually remember a great deal about it, which is not a good sign. But yeah, it's like about possession and that, and it's just,
yeah.
It's like about a girl called Veronica, obviously, who is, she's basically bringing up her younger brother, because her mother owns a business, and so she's there most of the time. And how does she get possessed again? I can't fucking remember. I really can't remember.
Ouija board?
Might be a Ouija board.
It's always a Ouija board.
Could be a Ouija board. Oh, they're her and her mates are doing the Ouija board.
Right.
That's what it is.
Did you ever see the British movie Long Time Dead back in the day?
With Joe...
Yeah.
Thingy.
Did you ever see that? Was fucking good.
That was good.
That was sinister as balls. I loved that. Long Time Dead.
No, that
was Joe Absalom.
That's the one.
Yeah. From EastEnders. Yeah.
You like the new EastEnders?
He played the Wixie, didn't he? But he was like mental and he ended up on the highway. I remember way too much about that.
Go with that. That'll be fine. But yeah, Veronica, it was fine. Yep. Scariest movie ever, my fucking arse. Conjuring 2. Watch The Conjuring bloody 2.
Yeah.
Or It.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's worth a watch, but I don't think you'd watch it again. I wouldn't watch it again.
No. I'll give it a go at some point. Yeah. You know what it is? Netflix is spoiling us right now. There's far too much. There's far too much coming out. All these Netflix originals, there's far too much hitting our screens, and I just don't know what to watch now. Like that Altered Carbon, I never got back to that. I need to get back to that. I never
got back to that either.
Because I really want to see that. I put Stranger Things on, Series 2, last week. Fell asleep within 10 minutes of the first episode. To be fair, I was tired. I was super tired. I don't know why I put it on, because I know that I'm just waiting for the right time to put that on and just binge it. But I put it on, 10 minutes in, I was asleep. They were in the arcade and I was asleep.
You can't blame that on the show.
No, I'm not blaming that on the show. That was just because I was tired.
Yeah.
But I see that show's getting a bit of flack.
Is it?
The Duffer Brothers. Stranger Things. The Duffer Brothers, who are like the creators, producers, directors, wrote the theme tune, sang the theme tune. A woman who worked on it has put out a big Instagram post basically saying that they were abusive on set. They talk to people like shit on set. Like, they're not very nice people to be around. And they've put out a big statement and all that, saying, look, if you feel that, it was a horrible environment to work in, we're really sorry and all that, but, you're away, go on to better things, whatever. Netflix did a big, investigation, but they didn't find anything untoward. But this woman really had a go at them.
Right.
Yeah. Which you don't want.
Well, maybe she was just shit.
Maybe.
And they were shouting at her because she was shit.
Maybe. Sometimes you got to shout at people.
Well, yeah.
I mean, sometimes that's all it takes. I shout at you all the time.
You do shout at me all the time.
I do, yes. You deserve it, though.
Yeah, thank
and you know you do. But yeah, Veronica. I will watch it.
It's worth a watch. Kind of. You got any more?
It's Veronica's story and it's not that good.
It's not that
good. Detroit. You've already spoke about this a while back.
I have.
I'd seen a little bit of it. I hadn't seen the whole thing. I finally sat down and watched the whole damn thing.
Yeah, I haven't watched the whole damn thing yet.
It's bloody good.
I didn't see it it kind of it got interrupted as they were starting the courtroom bit. Which I guess it was almost finished.
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice, I didn't miss much. So other than that, I've watched the whole damn thing.
Will Poulter is
Will Poulter's
phenomenal.
great. it wasn't as good as I was expecting it to be.
No, because it kind of the riots kind of kick off and things kick off, and you think it's going to be like Dark Blue. Did you ever see Dark Blue with Kurt Russell and Ving Rhames?
No.
You think it's going to be that type of story, but it isn't. It's a bottle story.
I mean, I was okay with them. You know, the bits where they had them like lined up in the thing, and they thought that they were taking them away to shoot them and stuff. That I was okay with that. That was
unreal.
Because I mean, Will Poulter was in that, and Will Poulter is just amazing.
So when does this kid? Because let's be honest, he's not a conventional leading man. He's got weird eyebrows and a bit of a weird face.
Yeah.
But we love him. He's British. We love him. He's a phenomenal actor. He's got chops. You know, he's amazing when he wants to be. When he gets the material, he's amazing. When's this kid going to get his big break? Do you think?
Well, I mean, you see, the thing is, he's got some comedy chops in We're the Millers.
Yeah, he was great.
It's a great movie. Yeah. He damn well showed he's got some acting chops in Detroit. So. I mean, I don't know, like...
And that's not an easy role he's putting in there.
No.
That's a tough one, I think. Some actors can come off like dickheads when they do that kind of thing. Some actors can pull it off, and I think he really pulled it off. Like, he's brilliant in that.
Honestly, I think if it wasn't for Will Poulter, I probably would have put the film off.
Well, the movie it's based on him. Like,
yeah.
Like, they give screen time to everyone, really, but... It's him that you're watching it for. He's the main draw to it. Catherine Bigelow done a phenomenal job with, like... The thing with me is I went into it kind of thinking it's going to be all righty, there's going to be fighting all over the place, there's going to be gunshots everywhere, and there's not that. Because what Catherine Bigelow is doing in this, all the way through this movie, is just building tension, building tension, to the point where even though you know that they're not actually shooting them, they're just taking them into the room and pretending to shoot them, you still think any minute, this is going to blow up in their face, and of course it does. But it's...
I do quite like...
His reaction, when he realises what the other guy's done, Poulter's reaction, is fucking brilliant. Yeah.
I like John Boyega's character as well.
Yeah.
He just wants... He wants to... just not have people get killed, basically. You know, he wants to keep people alive because he knows that, like you say, at any minute, you know, someone's going to get killed at any minute.
And when that happens...
Yeah. So I like how he's just doing anything he can to keep people alive.
Oh, he's good in that.
So, John Boyega's good in it. But, Will Poulter, man, is fucking great. He just is. He's just great.
Honestly, I feel like he's destined for just this amazing career, and it's like you kind of don't know how it's going to go because, as I say, Hollywood loves a good-looking leading man.
Yeah. Maybe he doesn't need to be the leading man.
Maybe not.
You know, like say if you think about your Sam Rockwell, I mean, he's not really been a majorly leading man. Not really.
Shout out to Sam Rockwell winning the Oscar as well. I was absolutely buzzing with that.
Did you read about people were bloody complaining because that character was nominated for an Academy Award?
Why wouldn't it be?
Because people were complaining because the character was racist. And so they said, well, he shouldn't be nominated for an award because the character's racist. Fuck you.
That's mental.
Fuck off.
I'm sure there's been worse. I mean, come on.
Well,
Liam Neeson, Schindler's List. Did he get nominated?
Didn't he win?
Did he win? Did he not kill like all the Jews in that movie?
No, he saved the Jews in that movie.
All right, I'll watch a totally different version of that movie.
You have to watch a totally different version. Bloody Anthony Hopkins, Silence of the Lambs.
Well, there you go.
He won, didn't he?
A Cannonball.
Anthony Hopkins won for
I'm
Hannibal Lecter.
I'm sure he did.
So, stupid fucking people.
Worse people have won for worse movies. It's, get over it. Aye.
There you go.
But Rockwell totally deserves that. I loved his speech as well. Did you see his speech?
No.
At the start of his speech.
Did he dance?
I was waiting for it. Even if he just danced off stage, that would have been awesome. But no, he kept his cool. He came up. He was excited as hell. Just total Sam Rockwell. Went into Sam Rockwell mode. And he starts his speech with I remember being at school when I was a kid, and my dad coming in and saying to the teacher, I need to take Sam, it's his gran, you know, and you're sitting there and you're thinking, oh, this is how he got into acting, because his gran died. And he says, and then we got in the car and I said, Dad, what's the matter with gran? He says, nothing, we're going to the cinema. And he's like, from that day I decided I was going to be an actor. It was a great start to his speech, and I'm so pumped he won that.
Yeah,
really
it was about time.
Yeah. So what else do you got?
Yeah, I have got another film. This was really good. This was a cracking film, right? But it's possibly the most depressing thing I've ever watched in my life.
Oh, Christ.
The film is called The Promise.
Oh, yeah.
It's got Oscar Isaac in it and Christian Bale.
Well, that's your fault, not mine.
What? That's got Oscar Isaac in it.
No, that you watched it.
All right, okay. So it's set in 1914, at the start of the First World War in the Ottoman Empire, which is Turkey and that.
The Ottoman Empire?
Ottoman Empire.
Oh, right, okay.
And yeah, it is basically about the Ottoman Empire is crumbling. It didn't survive very long after the end of the First World War. And they have decided that they want to wipe out an entire race of people. Just because why the devil not?
Well, they wouldn't be the first people to think that.
Exactly,
Yeah.
But it's really, really good. I would never watch it again. Oscar Isaac is brilliant in it.
Yeah.
Christian Bale doesn't have a massive deal to do, but
do you not find that with Christian Bale right now? He's just kind of coasting through movies. Like, what's
he's
going on?
kind of just maybe it's like the Gary Oldman thing, and we've spoken about Gary Oldman, Tom Hanks, where they're kind of putting younger people over, and that. Oscar Isaac is just kind of breaking out, so maybe he's like just doing those kind of roles until he gets his next Batman.
Massive shout out to Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
Darkest Hour.
Yeah.
Well played.
Yeah, so it's about the Turks who are trying to wipe out the Armenians. And they're trying to escape in that, and it's really fucking depressing. It is really, really depressing. It's good, but it's really depressing. Like,
I can't say. I remember seeing the trailer, and I remember when it was coming out. I can't say I was ever interested in watching it. So yeah,
I was flicking through Amazon Prime and I saw it there, and I thought, I like stuff set in that time period.
You do love a good period.
I do love a good period, Kev. Yes. And I thought, well, why the fuck not? I'll put it on. Oscar Isaac, you can't go wrong. Christian Bale, most of the time you can't go wrong.
Most of the time.
So, yeah.
Terminator Salvation.
Yeah. Oh. It was good. It was good. If you want a bit of, there's not a great deal of wariness about it, because it's like sort of the First World War was just breaking out.
Yeah.
So it was kind of stuff kicking off elsewhere. It was only really just kicking off at that point. So
cool. I got one more. I took the girls and Lindsay to the Malton Cinema. Still got the dead pixel. Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
That's true.
It's.
I have not been back since Spider-Man: Homecoming.
It's very prominent.
And annoying.
It was annoying. Yeah. The movie that I took my daughters to see with my wife was The Greatest Showman. And I'm not ashamed to say this. I absolutely loved the movie.
Yeah, you said that.
I thought The Greatest Showman was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is it about?
It's not Oscar worthy or anything like that. It's not the best movie I've ever seen, but the movie was really fucking good. It's set back in the day in New York. It's all about Hugh Jackman plays P.T. Barnum, the circus guy.
I've heard that name, yeah.
Yeah, the circus, Barnum and Bailey's circus and all that.
Right.
Well, he plays P.T. Barnum, who basically invents a freak show. And he has like the P.T. Barnum's museum of atrocities. Not atrocities. That's bad.
like freaks and that.
Yeah, anomalies or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
Museum of Atrocities. I think that's the Holocaust Museum.
his kids tell him that they should use live acts instead of like stuffed animals and stuff like that. So that's when he invents the circus. But it's not called a circus to start off with. He gets a really bad review that calls it circus, and then he takes the name and uses it because he likes the name. But Hugh Jackman's great in it. Hugh Jackman is owning that movie all over the place. It's full of amazing songs that get stuck in your head for days and days. Just like some amazing songs in there. Zac Efron comes into it to help him run the circus, but he's sort of like the publicity side of it because he comes from like a more well-to-do background, whereas Hugh Jackman's made his way on his own steam. He started as a bit of a pauper, and now he's not a prince, but he's like getting there. There's not really a great deal you can say. It's just the story of how the circus becomes the circus, how the freaks come into his life and he sort of makes them stars, and the people don't take to it, so they boycott the circus because they hate all that stuff. And yeah, it's not a massive great deal to say. It's just like it goes along at a good pace. Some brilliant songs in there, some really good songs. It's the same guys that wrote La La Land, the songs and lyrics for that film, which was dink. You know, it was a terrible movie. The songs were terrible, but then they've written the songs for this movie, and it's like infinitely better. It's a passion project of Hugh Jackman's that he's had for years, and they finally got it made. And you can see like every bit of love from every character coming out in the singing, and I sat there in the cinema and I loved it.
Were you dancing?
In a little bit, not like not up dancing, but like in my chair, you know, dancing in my chair. And I'll tell you something as well. The Maltons, not an empty seat. The Maltons was packed.
Really? That's good.
You know, every seat. There was people in the balcony seat and the circle seats. It was packed, and I've not seen that.
Yeah, it's
like unless it's been you know how my kids at school do the summer show. Unless it's been the summer show, I have never seen that auditorium jam packed the way it was. Everybody was quiet when they were meant to be quiet, which was fantastic.
Yeah, you don't get that in any cinema.
You never get that. There's a couple of like really kind of heart in your mouth moments that people were genuinely quiet. There's a couple of really sad scenes. Ruby cried a little bit, but there was a couple of really sad scenes, and you could hear people around like genuinely sniffling, you know. And I was sitting there, and I was kind of outside of a proper cinema, because I would never call this a proper cinema, but outside of a proper cinema, I've never had that experience. And it was like in our town, in our cinema, well, screen, and packed. And it was really nice.
Yeah.
It was a nice experience. And I think that kind of added to the movie, because I was loving the movie anyway. I was really enjoying it. But it kind of added to the experience, was the experience that I was having in the cinema with all these people. There's a scene like right at the very start where a kid gets slapped. Like this grown man slaps a kid, like full bore, and you hear everyone in the cinema kind of going, literally, any other time I'd be like, oh, piss off, shut up, you know. But I was sitting there like, that's badass. Like, this is a really good experience I'm having right now with this movie that I didn't think I was going to enjoy, but I'm loving, you know. And it added to everything. It was just like one of those moments that it was more the environment that I was in, but the film is incredible.
Yeah. That's a rare thing now.
It is a very rare thing.
That is a rare thing now.
You should get that in every cinema every time you go. The last time I felt anything remotely like that was probably Planet of the Apes, the second one.
Yeah, at the end, yeah.
You know, like at the very end when everybody was just sat there like, you know, you kind of... I literally felt like I'd stopped breathing at the end of that movie. Yeah. And I felt like everybody around me had done the same thing. So I've not had that for a long time, and then to get that experience, I was like, this is what the Maltons, our hometown cinema, should be like every weekend. Lindsay said every night. No,
not every night, but
every weekend.
Yeah,
they should be playing these big ass movies every Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. Sunday matinee, whatever you want to do, and that should be the experience you're getting every week. We're a small town. We should be filling that cinema every weekend, and unfortunately we're not.
Well, no, we're not, because it's getting a reputation now for a place that's more bothered about wanky opera than wanting to
I mean, that's got its place as well.
No, it doesn't.
That has got its place. I mean, people want to go and see that. That's fine. But for me, when you have a cinema screen like that and you move the cinema to a small room upstairs where we go and watch the Improv, which is perfect for the Improv, but when you move your screen up there because you've got opera in the bar, no.
Yeah.
No. That for me, you're wasting space. You're wasting a perfectly good screen. You could have filled that. You know, put the Greatest Showman on again. You're probably going to fill it again. I'll guarantee that wasn't the only time.
I'm surprised that it was filled. I mean, like,
it was jam packed.
I mean, I saw the trailer for it. I really didn't have any inkling to see it whatsoever. I'm
a fan of musicals.
I know you are.
I like a good musical, and this is a good musical.
I think the only musical I can think of seeing in like the last maybe 10 years is Sweeney Todd,
which is good.
Yeah,
it is
I
awesome.
can't think of any other musical that I've seen. Yeah,
but we kind of came out, and I'm saying to Lindsay, I was like, "Did you like?" It's hard to explain. Like, did you feel like the energy in the room, the environment you were in? Like, I've never felt that in that cinema. And it's like, if that's what happens when The Greatest Showman's on, just do it, man. Just put the movie on every night of the week. Put the movie on every night of the week, because you can't replicate that. You'll never get it again. And I'll be surprised if I ever sit in that cinema and get that again.
Yeah.
I'll be very surprised. It'd be nice if I do. I would love it if I do. But that was a feeling that I've not had in a long time. And it was nice.
The only time there I can think of that is the Railway Man.
Yeah, that got a good response.
It was packed because it's about a guy from Berwick. But it was packed, and I would say it was a similar kind of atmosphere. I mean, there weren't that many moments or anything. Yeah. There was like a torture scene in that, and a few scenes where he gets the shit beaten out of him. But I would say it was a good atmosphere for the Railway Man, but that's a good few years ago.
Yeah, and it's set in Berwick.
Yeah,
it's like a big chunk of it is in Berwick. I mean, Nicole and Colin came down, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah, fair play to them.
Yeah.
Didn't speak to anyone apparently.
Bitch.
But The Greatest Showman. I loved the movie. The kids, only Ruby came with us actually. We really enjoyed the movie. Everybody got a kick out of it, and bless her. This Ruby's 10, you know, and we came out of the movie, and she said to me, "You know what, though, Dad? There was one thing I didn't get," and I was like, "Go on then." And we're sat in the car at this point, and she says, "You know Zendaya? Zendaya's the lass from Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Oh yeah.
Fake MJ." She goes, "You know Zendaya?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "The trapeze artist." I said, "Yeah." "Why was she a freak?" And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, "What?" And she says, "Why was Zendaya a freak? Because they kept calling her and her brother a freak, and but they weren't freaks. They were just really good trapeze artists." And I kind of turn around, and Lindsay's sitting there looking at me with that face. "Go on, deal with that one." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And she's kind of like, "Well, they kept calling them freaks." And then when she said her brother again, I was like, "Oh, right, yeah." I was like, it was a different time back then. And she's like, "What do you mean by that?" I'm like, "Because it was just a different time." And she's gone, "Well, what do you mean by that?" You know, because Ruby doesn't let anything go. And I was like, "It's because they were black." And she's like, "But why does that make them freaks?" And you know when instantly you're just like, "Bless you. God bless you." Like, she just didn't get it. Like, and I'm sitting there going, Ruby, I was like, it was a very, very different time back then. And I was like, they didn't really take too kindly to black people, so they did what they did, and it was a different time. Try telling a 10-year-old kid about racism.
Yeah.
And she was like kind of sad, and she goes, "But it's not like that anymore now, is it?" And I was like, well, I says, we've come a long way, but we still got a long way to go.
It depends who you speak to and where you go. Yeah.
But bless her, she just didn't get it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good that she didn't get it.
Sideline to that, I told, when I got to work, I was telling the guy I work with about it, whose wife works with us as well. I was telling him about it. So he went and told his wife about it, and she didn't pick up on that. And she's about 26.
That's less good.
She literally turned on and apparently said, I thought it was just because they were good trapeze artists. So yeah, what you been watching?
I'll just speak about one more. The other night I watched Annihilation.
Oh, the Natalie Portman
Natalie
one.
Portman. Yeah. And Oscar Isaac again.
Is he in that?
He plays her husband, yeah.
I don't know why I went all high pitched there, but I did.
I don't know either. Yeah, it was really fucking good.
I really want to watch this.
I really enjoyed it.
I do want to watch this.
I'll not say too much about it because I want to hear what you think about it.
It's got a lot of buzz.
Without me bloody yammering on. But so Oscar Isaac is her husband who is in the military. She's like I think she's like a zoologist or one of the ologists, something like that. And so he disappears.
Cool.
He goes on a mission that she doesn't know anything about or where he's gone or why, because military.
Mm-hmm.
And he disappears, and she thinks that he's dead.
Ooh.
And then it like flashes forward to I think it's a year later, and she's obviously struggling to get past it and all that kind of thing. Mm. And then out of the blue, he shows up. She's like packing up. She's packing everything away and repainting their bedroom and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just comes in the house and she's painting the bedroom and he's stood in the doorway. And so it's like, what the fuck happened to you?
Mm-hmm.
And everything. And then something happens. And then she finds out
something happens.
Well, I don't want to give you spoilers, mate.
No, I know.
So something happens to him. And so she ends up finding out where he's been,
mm-hmm.
What mission he was on, and then she ends up going into, well, it's a thing called the Shimmer.
Right.
And it's basically like, well, it's called that because it looks like a shimmer. So
what does a shimmer look like?
Just like that.
Jazz hands.
It goes. Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, they go in and everything inside the shimmer is being altered.
Right.
Like the DNA is being altered and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they're investigating why. It's really, really good.
Yeah, I'm going to give that a go.
Yeah.
I keep seeing the trailers and I've seen a lot of people talking about it and I do want to see it.
Yeah.
It's probably like the first Natalie Portman movie in years that I thought, I want to watch that. So yeah.
There you go.
Not this Natalie Portman.
Well, you kind of are.
I just liked her in Leon, that was about it.
You didn't like her in Phantom Menace?
Possibly not.
Yeah, okay.
What, the real her or the fake 3 hers?
The fake 3 hers. Keira Knightley.
Keira Knightley, yeah. Was there not another one? Scarlett Johansson was one of them as well, wasn't she?
Scarlett Johansson wasn't in that, was she?
Yeah, I'm going to say yes. I'm sure she played a fake Padme in Phantom Menace.
It was Rose Byrne.
Rose Byrne.
From Damages, yeah.
Bollocks.
Yeah, I win.
No, I'm going to say Scarlett Johansson as well.
Scarlett Johansson wasn't in it.
All 3 of them?
Nope.
Phantom Menace.
Have you got any TV shows?
No, I've not really been watching
I've just got the one that I want to speak about. Well, because I've been rewatching a lot.
Okay.
I've been rewatching West Wing. I've been rewatching Peaky fucking Blinders. That was a terrible accent. I apologise. Fuck's sake.
Toby did a better one. Peaky fucking Blinders.
Yeah, shut up, cocky. I've been rewatching a lot of shows. I've been watching bloody Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares for some reason.
Okay.
And I don't know why. It's everybody loves a bit of Gordon Ramsay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I started off just like normally when I'm getting ready in the morning. I just when I'm getting clothes on and all that, I like hide a couple of clips on the YouTubes, and I started.
You know what? I have actually been watching a Gordon Ramsay show. That's fucking terrible. Lindsay's been watching it. I've been watching it with her.
What's that like?
It's MasterChef Juniors.
Oh dear.
in America with the kids.
Does he shout at them?
No.
Well, I don't want to watch
He
it.
loves them. Did I not tell you about that when he was on the YouTube video? It's like Gordon Ramsay, how he talks to adults versus how he talks to kids. And it's,
Maybe? Yeah, it rings a bell.
It shows you the clip when he puts the pieces of bread on the woman's head. He's like, "What are you?
An idiot sandwich, yeah.
You're an idiot sandwich." And then it cuts to him talking to a little kid, and he's like, "That's possibly the best souffle I've ever tasted. You have charmed me." Well, not you've charmed me, but like, you've wowed me. You've touched my heart. It's like, and then it cuts to him like swearing at an adult, and then it cuts to him with a kid, and he's like, "It's not the best bacon I've ever had, but damn, it's tasty."
Yeah, I don't want to watch that.
It's weird.
I want to see him lose his shit.
It is quite weird, like.
So I've been watching a lot of bloody fucking Kitchen Nightmares. But yeah, the one show I want to talk about is I have been watching Jessica Jones Season 2.
Is that back, is it?
It is back. It started on Friday, I think it went live. I think it was Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really, really fucking good.
Is it?
Yeah. I know you didn't. Did you finish the first one? No.
Didn't start, mate.
I thought I was going to struggle without David Tennant in there because he was so bloody good in the first season.
Was he?
But yeah, it's honestly Kristen Ritter. Is that right? Kristen Ritter? Yeah, she's really, really fucking good.
She's not a bad actress.
I think that she was overshadowed by Tennant in the first season. Yeah. Because it's David.
That was always going to happen.
But she gets a lot more to do in this one, and I'm about halfway through, I think.
Right.
But I'm really enjoying it. I am really, really enjoying it.
Fair play.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Thank you very much.
I'll not be watching it.
Nah.
Where's Daredevil Season 3?
Mm.
Are they just taking their sweet ass time on that?
I think they are taking their sweet ass time.
Should we not have got that before we got Jessica Jones 2?
At the end of Defenders, he was all bust on that, and then...
Spoilers.
Well, you're going to watch it, are you?
No.
He was all bust up and stuff and things after stuff that happened in the Defenders, which I can't remember.
Did he get iron-fisted?
He did not get iron-fisted.
That's a fake laugh.
Mm-hmm. And then I think at the very end he's like all lying bust in bed, and then I think it turns out that it's
all a dream.
His mother.
It's called Martha.
She's called Martha. Yeah.
Awesome.
And she's wearing a cape.
Sweet.
So, yeah, I guess it'll be following on from that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, would you like to go into our top 5?
Let's do it.
Cheeky little promo.
I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm Blake from the History of Bad Ideas. And we'll get back to your regularly scheduled program here in just a second, geek listeners. But we do a weekly podcast called The History of Bad Ideas.
Yeah, well, we'll discuss things like television or movies or music or games or any other thing that falls into our geek-related podcast knowledge.
You can find us on Geek Life Radio, Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. Or Radio-Blitz, Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central. Or you can listen to us whenever the hell you want on iTunes and Stitcher.
Check us out. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
So, yeah, I asked you for an easy one.
You did.
And you gave me a really easy one. I was really happy with this one because straight away there was like 3 or 4 films that came to mind, and then with a little bit of work, I got there. So I was really happy with this. I've got more than 5, so I can pick and choose. First time that's happened in a long time.
I've got 7 on mine.
Good lad.
So,
we'll see. The concept is movie trailers that were way better than the movie. Because, let's be honest, that shit shouldn't happen, but it does.
It does happen. It does happen. Can we agree that we're not going to put the Phantom Menace in?
Well, I wrote it down.
That on your list?
I wrote it down, but it is an honourable mention because what is the point?
Well, because it's way obvious, and it's probably one of the best cases you can possibly fucking think of this.
Yeah, it's like it's the blueprint for an awesome trailer.
So I'm going to take that out of my top.
That's fine. That's fine. I will just delete it too.
We don't like obvious things.
Phantom Menace. But yeah, like straight away, like that was obviously the first one that comes up. And you know what? That poster was better than the movie.
Yeah.
Which is shocking.
But, the PS1 game was better than the movie.
Wow. But yeah, I found my list pretty damn easy.
Okay.
I will start.
On you go.
Because my number 5 is a very, very obvious one. because this trailer is way better than the movie, and a lot of the trailer didn't even make it to the movie. My number 5 is Justice League.
Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. I didn't even think of Justice League because I've repressed it. Good call.
Every time I watch that trailer, and I watched it a lot, that film looked awesome.
Yeah.
Like, what Snyder had done looked awesome. And then with every trailer that came out, there was like a little bit less and less of what Snyder was doing. And then we got the Whedon cut in the cinema.
Yeah.
And as we have stated 100 times on this podcast, we're not blaming Joss Whedon. He came in and he did the job he was meant to do. But of course, what that meant was 90% of those first 2 trailers wasn't even in the film.
Yep.
Wasn't even there, replaced with wank, basically. It might as well have been some Warner Brothers executive wanking off over his fucking bonus onto the screen is what we got.
Yeah.
And it pissed me off. And that was the first trailer that literally came to my head. It could have easily went straight to number 1, but I was like, you know what? It's a bit too obvious. Number 5.
Okay,
Justice League.
Fair enough. My number 5 is, well, Baywatch.
I thought about it.
Yeah.
I thought about it.
I fucking could not wait to see the movie after watching the trailer. The movie, I didn't hate the movie, but it should have been so much better than what it was. I think it played it really safe.
Yeah.
It looked like it was going to be a proper R-rated, like, you know, sort of comedy kind of movie. That's how the trailer played it. That's not what we got.
All they had to do was 21 Jump Street Baywatch.
Yeah.
That's all they had to do.
But the movie played it safe.
Yeah.
The Rock was okay in it. I liked the David Hasselhoff cameo in it.
Mm-hmm.
That was decent. But it was a forgettable movie. There were a few funny moments, but most of them were in the fucking trailer.
Yeah, 100%.
So, you know, yeah, Baywatch, the movie should have been so much better.
Yeah, it should have been. Me and Lindsay went to the cinema to see that,
Yeah.
and we were both kind of destroyed by that. It was like...
Didn't I meet you as you were going in?
Yeah.
I was going to see... I can't remember what I was going to see.
We were literally like, that should have been so much better. But it was what it was. So yeah, my number 4 is a movie that I honestly thought was going to buck a trend from a long time back. In 1998, we got an effort at this movie that I actually enjoyed. I enjoyed it way more than this. And the trailer for Godzilla, the most recent one.
Okay. Yeah.
It looked amazing.
It did look amazing. We had Bryan Cranston all over the place.
Basically looked like the lead star.
Yeah.
Basically looked like the movie was
Instead
based
we got
around
Quicksilver.
him. You actually got more of Godzilla in the trailer than you did in the first 2 hours of that movie. Let them fight. Godzilla, the remake, it's an awful movie.
I wouldn't say it was awful. Again, it was. Well, I've seen it once. I don't really want to see it again.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it was awful.
Even in the trailer, when they were skydiving out of the plane into the clouds and they had all the red dust coming down behind them, like, that looked amazing. I was like, visually, that is stunning. This is going to be a badass movie where the Marines go in to get and try and do something against Godzilla. Nah, none of that. That was them just trying to get to safety, basically. I did not enjoy that movie. It was 2.5 hours too long, and Bryan Cranston should have been your lead star.
Completely fucked over Bryan Cranston.
Oh, big time.
Totally. That's bullshit.
They made him look so important, and he was nothing.
Well, yeah, the trailer, as you said, like it looked like Bryan Cranston was your main character.
Yeah.
And he fucking, what was it, like 20 minutes in, he was dead?
20 minutes dead, done.
Fuck's sake.
Dead as a dodo.
Yeah. So, I have hobbied my number 4.
Ooh.
They are both Bond films. They're both Daniel Craig films.
Obviously.
The first one is Quantum of Solace.
Yep.
Second one is Spectre.
Yep. They're the two I would have chose.
Yeah. Bond has a weird thing where it goes good, bad, good, bad.
Yeah.
I know that you're not crazy about Skyfall, but Casino Royale I fucking love. Skyfall I fucking love.
My only real problem with Skyfall is that it was like 2 hours of building up Judi Dench to die. And I'm just sitting there thinking, I'm only watching this movie because I know Judi Dench is going to die at the end. You've told me countless times during this movie Judi Dench is going to die. You've introduced Ralph Fiennes, who is obviously going to replace Judi Dench.
Judi Dench is reading poetry in a court hearing.
Judi Dench is dying in this movie. And you know what? She really doesn't give a fuck about the fact that she's going to die in this movie. It was just like... Yeah, that's all that movie was.
Yeah, and from what we got in Spectre, fucking Judi Dench is recording a video in some scene in this movie.
Before she died.
Yeah, before she died. She is Scream 3 it.
I was going to say, she's totally ripping off Jamie Kennedy. And who wants to do that?
Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that, ever. Quantum of Solace, the trailer that looked beautiful. You know, the trailer we saw it was the opening scene of the fucking expensive ass car, I forget what make, going fucking rolling like a son of a bitch. But that is the opening fucking scene before we get and Alicia Keys and bloody some other lass doing the song. Oh no. Give us Adele again. You know who should have?
Don't do that.
Paloma Faith would be a good one to sing the Bond film.
Maybe one day.
Yep. Quantum of Solace. It's just a terrible fucking Bond film. It's you can put it on if you're hungover, and it doesn't matter if you fall asleep.
I've watched it once.
You've missed nothing.
I could not tell you a single thing about Quantum of Solace.
It's like about oil and shit.
Yeah.
It's about a group that destabilizes governments or fucking some bollocks.
Is that not every Bond movie ever?
Yeah, pretty much. And it's all about oil.
Have you ever seen the YouTube video of Sean Connery doing an interview where he says it's okay to hit a woman?
No, but I can imagine him saying that.
I have to show you, because he does it totally straight-faced and everything, and I was like watching it thinking, is he having a joke there?
No.
And the woman goes, you said that it was okay to hit a woman. He's like, well, in some circumstances, they deserve it. And it's like, wow. Sean Connery, ladies and gents.
Yeah.
A Knight of the Realm.
And Spectre.
Yeah.
I was really, really looking forward to Spectre. Christoph Waltz is the big bad.
What a wet fart that was.
It was going to be so fucking good. I couldn't wait to go in and see it. And then after the opening, the pre-credits thing, you know, the one-shot take of Bond going through the...
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
You know,
that was
ending
badass.
up with him blowing up the building because he's trying to assassinate someone. That was fucking terrific.
Yeah.
And it looked amazing. But after that, it's just...
You know when I dialed out the Sam Smith theme song?
Yeah.
I actually dialed out when they announced that
Yeah.
he was going to be singing the theme song.
Yeah, he's awful.
I dropped out then.
He's just awful.
Isn't he?
Paloma Faith. Give us fucking Paloma Faith.
He is awful.
Fucking Danny Boyle. Give us Paloma Faith.
What I did like, though, is that when he won the Oscar, because he won the Oscar for that song, when he won it, he said he was so happy to be like the first openly gay man to win an Oscar.
What?
Which apparently he thought he was. And then it turned out that no, Tom Daley, you know, the Olympic diver,
aye,
his boyfriend won an Oscar for screenwriting for the movie Milk.
Okay.
And they had a little Twitter war.
Twitter war.
It was all like, well, actually, no, you weren't, because I won one.
Has Ian McKellen not won an Oscar?
I don't know. What would he win an Oscar for?
Loads of things.
Certainly not Magneto.
Last Action Hero.
That movie should have won Oscars all day.
So Spectre, it was a bag of shite. I tried to rewatch it, and it was just fucking awful.
It is a wet fart of a film.
Christoph Waltz, what a bloody waste of an actor in that film. Daniel Craig should have just stepped away then.
He should have done.
He really should have. Just give us Idris Elba or something. But he's not.
No.
He's not. So, yeah, your number 3.
My number 3 is... This was a tricky one because I love both of these movies. I genuinely love both of these movies. I've hobbied it. However, I think the marketing campaign and the trailers are a million times better than these movies. So one of them's from ways back, is the Blair Witch Project.
Okay, yeah.
The way they marketed that movie was just incredible.
It was the first of its kind, wasn't it?
Yeah,
really?
it'd never been done before. It was like a found footage movie was coming out, and there was internet websites. I mean, the internet was still in its infancy back then.
Yeah.
But you could go to websites, and it was like these people had actually disappeared in the woods, and that's how they were playing it. And then that movie came out, and it kind of blew your mind a little bit. Like, shit, this is actually real. But the trailers and the marketing campaign 10 times better than the movie, because the movie ain't all that.
Not really, you know.
I genuinely have a special place in my heart for that movie, but no, it's not.
I've not tried to watch it in fuck knows how long. I tried to watch the remake.
That could really be a rewatch. The remake was terrible.
I didn't get very far into it.
But I hold it with the movie that came out a couple of years back, which again, I said it at the time, there's not been a marketing campaign as good as this since the Blair Witch Project. It's Deadpool.
Yeah.
The trailers, the leaked footage in quote marks at Comic-Con, the little TV spots he was doing when he was talking about World Breast Cancer Day, World Ball Cancer Day, and all that kind of thing. That was all superb. And I love the Deadpool movie. I mean, I've watched it again recently, and I don't think it's as good as when it was when I was in the cinema.
Yeah.
It was a better experience the first time round, you know, but that's the same as any kind of movie. But the marketing campaign and the lead up and the trailers and the stuff they did, Ryan Reynolds was nailing it.
Yeah.
He turned his Twitter into a Deadpool Twitter, basically. But Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool, you know. The character is apparently based on him anyway. Like, when Rob Liefeld created it, apparently he's based on Ryan Reynolds. Really? Like, he talked about Ryan Reynolds in the comic books. So, yeah, he's perfect for the fucking role.
I didn't know that.
But, like, everything they did leading up to that movie was just sheer genius. It was all genius.
Yes.
And I loved it. I'm not saying that the movie was bad, because the movie wasn't bad. Everything leading up to it was just spot on. So, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
2 movies I loved, but the trailers were just better.
Yeah. Okay. Did you see the thing for Josh Brolin's, I think it was his 50th birthday or something like that? There was a thing of Deadpool painting his character from the Goonies.
Oh, yeah,
that was good.
That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Apparently that movie's getting some really bad audience ratings.
Really?
They're saying it's a bit of a mess.
When's it out?
I don't know.
Like summer or something.
Something like that.
Yeah. See, that's the other thing. It came out in February, the first one, didn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Should have had that by now.
We'll see. We'll see. Okay, my number 3. What am I going to put in? Right. I am going to put in Suicide Squad.
Bastard. I've not got it. You're a bastard.
How am I a bastard?
Because it's an awesome trailer and an awesome film. Sorry.
Stupid idiot.
I get you. I'm with you on that.
The trailer for a start, as far as I can remember, didn't mention anything about a stupid fucking witch.
Yeah.
As the big bad.
Well, no, they slow played that. They didn't want you to know that she was the big bad.
Blech. Pish. Yeah, I mean, the trailer or trailers were amazing. The soundtrack for the trailers were amazing. It didn't sound like somebody fucking changing the channel in their car. As it did in the movie. I think it told a better story than the fucking movie had. We got... I mean, the trailer made it look like the Joker was the big bad.
Yeah, I was going to say that. The trailer did make the Joker and Harley look like the main characters, the big bad, the best thing in the movie.
Yeah.
And they kind of were, but it's like they built it up to be something that they weren't in the movie. Yeah, so I'll give you that 100%.
Yeah, I've tried to watch Suicide Squad again. I just think it's a fucking terrible film.
I don't know how many times I've watched it. I love it.
Nah.
I still get a kick out of that film. It's weird. It's weird.
It is weird.
It is. Yeah. I know it is.
You want to have a word with yourself?
Okay, I will do.
What's your number 2?
My number 2 is a movie that I mentioned it to Lindsay that we were doing this, and this was the first one she came up with. And you know what? She was damn right. My number 2 is the Tom Cruise reboot of The Mummy.
Yeah.
I remember watching that trailer. Me and Lindsay both watched it, and Lindsay doesn't do like horror or thriller or anything like that. She doesn't think anything like that. But we both watched that trailer, the first trailer for The Mummy, and we thought, shit, that looks awesome.
Yeah.
We were like, that looks brilliant. And we couldn't wait to watch it, even though people kept saying when it was coming out, oh shit, it's a mess, it's not good, it's terrible. They've cancelled the whole universe because of it and all that. But we still watched it because the trailer was great. The trailer looked great. You know, that slow motion scene when the plane's going down and you've just got him sort of like against the edge of the doorway in the helicopter. It looked awesome.
Yeah.
And it was like, this is going to be a great movie. And it just wasn't. It just was not a great movie. It was a good movie. It was watchable. It's just not.
It wasn't as bad as everybody said.
No, it wasn't as bad as everyone said, but it wasn't anywhere near as good as the trailer.
No.
Plus, the trailer didn't stop halfway through to set up a universe.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Which, as we know, is a pet peeve of ours. Well, everyone's.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I couldn't wait to watch The Mummy, and it was terrible. Well, not terrible, it was watchable.
I don't think, again, it's kind of a theme tonight. I would watch it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, my number 2. Right, so it is Spider-Man 3.
Wow. Yeah.
Damn good trailer.
I honestly thought that would be there.
Yeah, you're coming out of Spider-Man 2, one of the best superhero movies of all time.
Yep.
Fucking everybody loved it. Everybody couldn't wait for this.
Yep.
The trailer looked amazing. And then, well, we all know what we got.
Fancy emo Spidey. Yeah.
Bloody fucking whiny bitch Sandman.
I actually liked Sandman in that movie.
Nope.
He just didn't have any place in the movie, is the problem.
He was terrible. He was fucking terrible. You've got fucking MJ and Harry Osborn doing the fucking twist.
Yep. Why not, man? It's the third movie. Go all out.
Fuck all of that shit. Just fucking hell. That movie. Yeah,
it did suck the life out of a lot of people. Yeah.
And the trailer looked bloody good.
Yep.
And yeah. That's what we got.
You're not happy with that one?
No. Well, there's another one that was my number 1, and then I thought of the other one that was. And once I thought of that, there was no way that wasn't going to be my number 1.
Okay.
So there's going to be a rant now in a minute.
So I'm going to go on my number 1 now. But I had 2 honourable mentions. Do you want to do a couple of honourable mentions?
Yeah, I've only got 1.
Yeah, I had 2. I had, funnily enough, Amazing Spidey 2, which I thought the trailer was absolutely just the balls. The trailer was great, and when you watched it, like, the film is good. It's serviceable. We like a bit of Andrew Garfield in those movies, but let's be honest, like, that movie didn't stop halfway through to set up a universe. It stopped right at the beginning to set up a universe, and that was my main problem with that movie. Was like, the first thing we get is the Rhino.
Yeah, it's all about the bloody.
Yeah.
What was going to be Sinister
Six. All the way through that movie, it's like, here's another character that's going to be in the Sinister Six, and then they even like take a break to go into like this lab.
Yeah, it's I think it's towards the end of the movie when Harry Osborn he's all busting that, he's all goblin-y, and he goes in and to get the Spider-Man venom injected, and he's walking past the rhino suit, the Doc Ock thing.
But I mean, the movie is good. Jamie Foxx is a good shocker. Andrew Garfield's a fantastic Spider-Man. Electro, sorry. But the trailer just made it look just infinitely better than it was, because, like I say, they didn't set up the franchise. The other one you're not going to like, and we'll be talking about this movie in a couple of weeks, the trailer for Civil War. Yeah, I loved the trailer for Civil War going in. I had absolutely no worries about Civil War going in. But this is the thing, right? The Russo brothers, and it is the Russo brothers that do this, when they release these Marvel trailers for the Marvel movies, like, Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War's coming up, they know how to do a trailer.
Mhm.
They know how to do trailers and how to market their movie and everything because they don't give away too much.
Mhm.
Whereas, like, when Age of Ultron was coming out, they threw every single fucking scene at you in the trailers.
Yeah, we did mention that on the Ultron episode with Toby that you see way too much of the Hulkbuster fight.
And that's been a thing of the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of MCU movies do that. Like, they give you the goods up front, which is annoying. The Russo brothers don't tend to do that. But when they don't tend to do that, I get a little bit miffed when the movie isn't as good as I'm hoping. Because there's too much goes on in Civil War, and we'll talk about it soon anyway. I just loved the trailer. I wasn't massively enamoured with what we got compared to the trailer going in. Because that's what sold me on... I mean, well, it's the MCU.
I'm sold. No way you're not going to see it. Civil War.
I'm sold on every movie the MCU brings out, or before I even see a trailer. But that trailer made me go, oh yeah, shit, this is going to be awesome. Like, it's the Russo brothers, this is going to be the shit. And then you got that third trailer when Spidey pops up, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
Let's go now, you know? But the trailer didn't set my world, the movie didn't set my world on fire the way I was hoping. So, yeah, Civil War's my other honourable mention.
Okay. We will talk about that on the road to Infinity War, because I love Civil War.
I know you do.
I think it was actually in my top 5.
It was, and I will be picking holes, but that's fine.
Well, you can try.
I was going to be sitting there going, why is fucking Spider-Man in this movie?
Fucking punch your face in. I've only got one honourable mention. Hobbit, Battle of Five Armies.
Well, false advertising, if anything.
Yeah. I mean, I think you and Paul went to see that, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Me and Paul came out, the Hobbit fans going in.
Yeah.
And we both came out going, meh. And you were the one who were meh going in. And then when you came out, you were like, oh, that was fucking really good.
I didn't mind it. I genuinely thought it was a good
enjoyed it more
movie.
than me and Paul did.
I've watched it again since, and it ain't all that.
Honestly, I bought the Blu-rays. I have watched them again. I just think that they don't have the charm of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I think that they're very forgettable. There are some good scenes in the trilogy, like the
barrel roll.
The barrel down the river. I think that's still one of the best action scenes I've ever seen in a movie ever.
And on IMAX 3D, it's gorgeous.
It was amazing.
Gorgeous.
But you've got all that bullshit with bloody Galadriel fighting fucking Sauron, and and then that fucking line, that Legolas line, who's not even supposed to be in the movie. Fucking, these bats are bred for one purpose: war. Fuck off.
And you have Liv Tyler falling in love with the dwarf.
With a dwarf,
not
even
Liv
though
Tyler.
it is Adrian Turner.
Is
it's
it Liv Tyler?
Evangeline Lilly, isn't it?
Evangeline Lilly.
Liv Tyler's in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And then you've they tie a nice little bow where fucking Legolas is going to find Aragorn. Fuck off. Fuck off. Nah, don't like it. Don't like it at all.
I didn't hate it, but I was really pissed off that I'd sat through 2 hours of The Desolation of Smaug only for him to die in the first 2 minutes of the next movie, which was pointless.
That was a kick in the balls.
It was.
If anything.
Was.
Yeah.
I am Smaug. Dead.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't him like sucking someone's cock. He was dead.
I got that.
Good.
Yep.
Good. I'm glad you got that. Yeah. I didn't want to give you the visual.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
So, will I go on to my number one?
Go on to your number one. I think we just might have some poop shoots, maybe.
I got a poop shoot on the Twitter before, but it's the lad I work with, and he's not getting a shower.
All right.
No, it is. Cameron that I work with, Cameron Short that I work with at my place of work, other places are available, says, Battle Los Angeles. It had an amazing trailer, but the film was just meh.
Yeah,
I'll agree with that.
Meh.
I'll agree with that. The trailer was good. It did look like the next big thing, and it was far from it. Far from it. What's up?
So Jason Brigger commented on the Facebook post that I put out earlier on, like about 5 minutes before we started recording.
Because that's how we roll.
I was going to do it before, but then I was away to start chasing money. So Jason says the trailer for the latest Godzilla was awesome, and there are people looking for clues. I enjoyed the movie, but the trailer was better. Jurassic Park 3. The trailer was amazing. I think the movie is good.
The movie's
Jurassic Park
great.
3 is underrated.
Movie is great.
Phantom Menace. And then any pre-filmed segments for Undertaker matches at WrestleMania. Go fuck yourself, Brigger, you massive cunt.
He's got a point with that one. Any more?
No.
No. Right, so I'm going to go to my number one. Yeah, this movie lied to us. This trailer lied to us. It promised something to us.
Are we going to say the same number one? I think we might. Go on.
Is it a Ridley Scott movie?
It is.
Alien Covenant.
Yes.
Yeah, this movie, the trailer was balls.
Yes.
Trailer was amazing.
The trailer had me... I mean, neither of us, I don't think many people are fans of Prometheus.
Nope.
But Prometheus
no one
at
in this
least
country
didn't pretend to be an alien movie.
No, like
Prometheus, going into Prometheus, you knew it's not an alien movie. We're not seeing xenomorphs and all that and fucking fake Ripley's going about. We're not seeing that. That's not what the movie is. Prometheus was marketed as something different, and the trailer made it look like something different.
Yeah.
Fucking Alien Covenant was marketed as an alien movie. The trailer had fucking
xenomorphs everywhere, eggs
shooting, and fucking and it looked like an alien movie.
It looked amazing. I was like, I cannot wait to see this.
Yeah, I was so looking forward to it. I like, I'm a massive fan of some of the Alien movies, and I couldn't wait to go to see this movie. And fuck you, Ridley Scott. Fuck you.
I mean, Ridley's made great movies over the years. He's made bad movies over the years, but he tends to, again, he's another one that has more hits than misses.
Yeah.
But as you say, when he brought Prometheus out, he told us what it was. We knew what Prometheus was going in, and then he lied his fucking ass off to get our bums in the seats for Alien Covenant.
To watch a film about fucking androids.
Gave us a sequel to Prometheus, basically. Like, we knew it was a sequel to Prometheus, but he called it Alien.
Yeah.
He called it Alien Covenant, and I still think to this day that was so Neil Blomkamp couldn't make Alien 5. No, you're not using Alien. Alien's my next movie.
Yeah.
Alien Covenant is coming out. There's going to be aliens all over. There's going to be face huggers. It's going to be the shit. Throw some fucking flute playing bloody androids in there, and
speaking of immortal lines, what is it? You blow and I'll do the holes, or something like that.
That's
that happened. That was in a Ridley Scott movie.
2 Michael Fassbenders. 2 Michael Fassbenders. But no, that was instantly my number one. Like that was the first trailer that I was like, right, that movie I hated. Not because it's a bad movie, because we were lied to.
Yeah, we were.
From word go.
We were.
And I don't like...
You know, a lot of people on the internet, or if you're arguing with them about it, will say, yeah, it was a sequel to Prometheus. So, you know, you weren't going to be getting a load of Ellen Ripley action or anything like that. Well, don't fucking call it Alien.
Don't call it Alien, and don't fill your trailer with action set pieces of aliens. There's more xenomorphs in the trailer than there was in the film, which shouldn't happen. And they were sending out TV spots, and every TV spot was an alien.
Aye.
There was we got a press release for just before the movie came out, and it was a clip of the scene when the guy looks up and the alien falls on him, and it's eerie as shit. It's tense. It's awesome. And they sent us that, and I'm like, wow, I'm watching that movie. Turns out I shouldn't have bothered.
Nope.
Because it was Prometheus 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Ugh.
I just genuinely hate that movie. And it's not because it's a bad film. It's just, I have a sour taste in my mouth. And it's not spunk. It's being lied to.
Wow.
So that was always my number one. I'm not surprised that was both our number ones. It doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, Spidey 3 for a while earlier on today was my number one, and then I thought of Covenant, and it's like, yeah, that's my fucking number one, because that was annoying.
Yes, when you messaged me saying trailers that are better than the movies, I was like, Alien Covenant, yeah, let's do it. stood at my machine. Yep, Alien Covenant.
Bastard.
So yeah.
Yeah.
That's
104.
104 in the can. So yeah, man. You can find us everywhere. You know where we are. Keep listening. We really love the fact that people keep listening to this show. I honestly never thought we'd get 104 in. I still just to this day, I'm like, this is literally the longest running thing, except for my marriage and 2 of my kids, that I've ever done.
Okay.
Yeah, man, but this is great, and it's good to actually get back, and we need to drop that fucking Marvel shit as soon as possible.
Well, we can't drop it now, because I'll never sleep again.
We're pretty much committed now. I mean,
we can't drop it now. We're doing Ant-Man now in a minute.
We have literally like 6 films left.
Yeah, so that would be stupid.
Yeah, and, you know, we got some good guests coming up.
Mm-hmm.
We have Mr. Aaron Goodmiller coming up for Ant-Man.
You calling the previous guests pikeys or something?
No, they're all alright.
Yeah.
So Aaron Goodmiller's coming up, super fan of the show and director of the movie Admins, which I absolutely loved, and you should check it out. Type in Admins anywhere you can, you'll find it. Apart from like YouPorn, it's not on there.
Oh.
We have Mr. Chris Johnson coming up, star of Black Site and many, many other awesome movies. You've watched a couple?
What? Yes, I have.
You've watched a couple?
Yeah, I was thinking of something else.
Yeah, you normally are.
Yeah.
He's coming on to do Civil War. The Holby boys are coming on for Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm. Well, not Brigger, I'm not having him on.
No, he's not coming on now because I wasn't invited on to the wrestling one.
No, I mean because of that Undertaker comment, I'm not happy.
And then after that we have the awesome Mike Beckingham for Guardians 2, and we're going to be rounding out with the Damp Knight boys.
Yeah, isn't Anthony Nimran coming on for Spider-Man?
Spider-Man, I forgot about Spider-Man, yeah. How could I possibly forget about that?
Update your board. We're only up to Ant-Man on the board.
I know, that's because that's where we are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's how that works.
No, you only ever went up to Ant-Man on the board.
But yeah, this has been episode 104. Come back again, listen to us some more, and yeah, man.
Yeah!
Let's just dial out.
Douche.